Good morning, afternoon, evening. Good time zone. Welcome to the stream. Also, hello, Kayla. Hopefully everyone's doing well. And to answer your question, I don't have a headache today. I don't have a migraine. I'm just physically in pain in other places. I'm not like pushing myself per se, but I'm not like in complete tip-top condition either. Technically, I don't have a headache, therefore you don't have to be mad. Anyways, today we are playing Gods of Victory NIKKE because we have to get through the Good World event before it goes away on Wednesday. There's also a lot of updates for the game coming up on Wednesday because of the 3.5 anniversary. We're gonna be doing a lot of grinding in terms of both off and on stream. Yeah, I might be a little low energy today. Like, not gonna lie, sitting in my chair right now, I'd rather be lying down, but that's besides the point. Currently mentally preparing for 3.5 anniversary because not only do we have 2 overspec units coming out for both Anis, Star, and Neon. I think it... what's the name of Neon? Everyone calls her Neon. There's those 2 units coming out and a few other things. I'll be going over the update notes for the live stream later. Technically you're right, but you still don't feel better. You better get your rest. I'll get my rest after stream. I just wanted to stream today because stuff in NIKKE. A lot of stuff to do in NIKKE. I feel well enough to stream. We'll see how long that lasts. It's just a lot of dialogue reading today. There isn't much thinking involved, so I should be fine, hopefully. Hopefully. But I appreciate your concern. Let's go over to this screen. Open up that audio channel. There we go. I was doing dailies before this. I think I still have simulation room. Yeah. I'll just finish this up all yapping about the anniversary patch notes. Let me lower the game volume because the game do be bopping in this game mode. There we go. In terms of the update notes, the first thing that they mentioned was overspec Anis, who is going to be a burst 1. And I got everything out reset. What's happening in here? Snipers. You want me to have snipers now? Okay. Overspec Anis is going to be a burst 1 electric code unit. Didn't expect burst 1, but based off of the notes, he's also going to be similar to Red Hood Rafi, where she changes burst depending on your team composition. Because Rafi is burst 3 that can turn into a burst 1. But in terms of Anis, she might be a burst 1 that can turn into a burst 2 maybe? We'll see what happens in terms of that. Their skills haven't been announced yet, just all the skins and animations. She has a very thick ass. Then the other character is overspec Neon, who is a Bacillus unit, because Gian, and she is a burst 3 electric unit. Both of them are rocket launchers, and from what we saw in her burst animation, she nukes the whole entire screen. She also has a little brick like a graphics card brick for a weapon. Very interesting to look at. We have no idea where she got that from. I was kind of hoping for her to use her fists to fight instead of a weapon, but well. We don't get to see her throw hands. So we're getting those two units as banner units. We're getting Avastar from the main story as our free unit. So one of the people helping Annis currently. One of her super fans. Aside from that, a bunch of new outfits coming out. Annis is having two outfits, which are both going into her gacha skin roulette. So, first time they're doing that. One of them is going to be her idol costume from the event, the other one is going to be her awakened form, is what they put it as. And I might be getting the awakened form because she looked good. And y'all see it once the update drops. Because I'll be going over all of that, but it looked really good. She looks fancy. She also has a ponytail, which I didn't expect. Okay, let's go over here. Change the audio back to what it was. Oop. Do this. And it's getting those two skins. Rapipi is getting an idol skin because she just felt like becoming an idol. And apparently she dragged Dorothy into the thing as well. Interesting music. So we have matching idol skins for Rapipi and Dorothy. Neon is sadly not getting a skin on release because she looks fabulous already. Then Libby is getting a gacha skin that I will be getting, so that's minus $60 for me, depending on how lucky I am. And there's gonna be a lot of skin reruns for like anniversary themed ones. So there's that, there's the event that's gonna be coming out, there's the next two chapters coming out, which are recommended to be played before the event, so I'm gonna be doing a lot on stream in terms of reading and story, just to have everything caught up. We're gonna be pulling instantly. I don't care how good they are, they're the counters, I need them. We're gonna be gotching instantly. Besides that, what else is there update note-wise? Oh, hello, Fire Panda, how you doing? Are you also a commander? I'm just yapping about the 3.5 live stream right now before going into this event. Doing good, that's good. And I'm getting watered. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I had a migraine yesterday, but I'm doing a bit better today. I'm good enough to be streaming for now. MTS_CocoPuff. Hello, Seb. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. You know, I'm chronically dehydrated, usually, and another streamer that I watch also plays NIKKE, is also chronically dehydrated. Oh, there goes my tail. And I found out being chronically dehydrated usually leads to migraines. I wonder what happened yesterday. You're in a similar situation, you had a panic attack. Oh, so you're doing better? Well, hopefully you're doing better. Panic attacks aren't fun. You get a head pat. Stressed but alive. Well, you're stressed too. You get a head pat, Seb. Is it because of classes and stuff? Or just life? Water the plant. Not okay, but better. Okay. Well, take care of yourself. Hopefully things become better. You didn't drink your water. Okay, I can explain. I rarely drink water outside of when I'm forced to on stream. Therefore, I may have not drank water for a few days. You can't explain. Hey man, I can explain. That's why we make you drink water all the time. Yeah. Chat is the reason I don't get migraines 24/7. But yeah, hopefully everyone in chat's doing well. If not, hopefully things get better. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Drink water maybe once a day. You're better than me. I drink water maybe once every 3 days. Yeah, things aren't going well. Hopefully they do. You're all doing good. I'm proud of all of you. Even if you didn't feel like you did much today or the past few days, you're doing your best. Y'all get head pats, okay? Drink water. I'm trying. I'm trying to drink more. That makes it sound like I'm trying to drink more alcohol. Not alcohol. Not the alcohol. Yay. Yeah. Do you not water the plant? I'm fine. You also get a hug. You're severely depressed. Not that bad, but you know. Yeah, you get a hug, Fire Panda. You get a hug and a head pat. Even if things don't feel that great right now, things will get better. I believe in you. Bad plant? I'm not a plant. Yeah, one thing I noticed, especially from my friends, sometimes you just don't hear that kind of stuff enough, is that you're doing your best, you're doing well. It's okay if you're not feeling like everything's working out. You're still managing. You're still going through life, you're still going through your days, and I'm proud of you for that. Good that you can't be around people though because of the panic attack. That's fair. You get the virtual head pats and the hugs. Thank God she isn't a plant, you'd be dried out. Oi! Some plants don't need water 24/7, maybe I'm a cactus. That's fair, thank you so much for the positive reinforcement. Hey, I want to spread positivity if I can. This background music is kind of weird to talk about positive reinforcement, but you get the point. The singer isn't getting the memo. Hope you feel better? Yeah, hope you feel better, Fire Panda, and anyone else who's struggling right now. Frickin' Twitch is bullying you? How so? Yes, and Dima spreads the chaos. I've been trying for weeks. Get ahead, Patty. To make it accept your phone number. Oh. It's not letting you get verified? Yeah, I've seen other people have that issue before. That's why I switched my chat from like needing verification to not, because I know some people either can't get verified for several other reasons, or Twitch is just not letting them. You tried 30 times? Bad Twitch. Bonk the Twitch. Let Fire Panda get verified. Yeah, shoot him down, Game It. Anyways, in terms of update notes, I think that was the main things that I mentioned earlier. Everything else we'll go over once the update drops. In terms of today, we're going to be going through Good World. The reason it's an issue right now is because I can't give you a follow without it. You're fine, Fire Panda. You don't need to follow. I appreciate you just being in chat. You're sad? Don't feel sad. You're fine. It's good enough that you're in chat and chatting with us. I appreciate you either way. Onto those, and you can come back. That's fair. Well, hopefully Twitch lets you get your phone number verified at some point. Because you're awesome? Thank you. I don't think I am, but thank you. Let me blast through these things. music tonal shift much. I'm gonna lower the volume for this fight because we don't need to get ear blasted by bullets right now. Accept the positivity, you're amazing. I am someone who gives other people positivity. When I receive positivity, I am the one who deflects it. And the bullets are still loud as hell. Of course they are. Same here. I like taking care of people. I like giving other people head pats. I get confused when I get the same treatment. It's like, this isn't supposed to how it's supposed to go. I'm the one who's supposed to do this. Friends finally got you to accept positivity recently? That's good. That sounds like you have good friends. It's good to surround yourself with people that care about you and will look out for you. Okay, put the volume back to what it was. There we go. Sorry about the sudden volume shifts, but it's only for combat. Same, you're very golden retriever coded. You want to give hugs. Friends is misleading. Okay. At least you have someone. Get rid of these notes. Ignore Drake in a maid costume. That was a random pass that I got out of a whim. It's very funny looking. Anyway, so let's talk about the UI for a second. It is so pretty. And this is like very cutesy. Because you've only had one for like 90% of your life? Hey, one friend is better than none, because I know some people that have none. Like even myself, I've always either had one main friend or like two main friends. Or at least groups that I hover around, but I don't like talk to every day. Like everyone operates differently. At least you have one friend. The amount of friends doesn't indicate anything. It's how close you are to them and like how much you can rely on them and vice versa. You're a friend, you can't get rid of me. I don't want to get rid of you, you're welcome here. You get head patties, I appreciate you. Wait, pledge of kindness says these are our node tickets. If everyone can promise to be kind, honest children, then surely the world will become a better place. She calls people children. Is she gonna be like one of those characters that takes care of us? That's pretty fitting right now, actually. What's our other currency? Appreciation sticker. Mutual head pats? Yay. A good child who dedicates themselves to making the world better should be covered in appreciation stickers. Everyone in chat gets an appreciation sticker. Someone needs to show them that kind deeds are meaningful and that they will always be recognized. This was not on purpose, but if this event is about positive reinforcement, all the better. Let's start. Off to the void, have fun in the void, Dima. We have all the nodes unlocked, so we're gonna be reading through them. Spoiler warnings for anyone who hasn't seen this event yet and are waiting for the very last moment to do it themselves. You've been warned. Everyone else hopefully already seen this event or is here for the first time and will enjoy the ride. Who activated Degen? Dima? This is not a sus event. Remember to water the plant, chat. I don't need much water. I won't claim I don't need water after what happened yesterday, but I don't need much water. Time to head out. Play. Drown her with water. I don't think drowning is a good thing, usually. I don't think that's something you should try doing. Oh, we have an announcer. We're bringing you breaking news of an historic event, unlike anything in the Ark's history. The counters have successfully reclaimed part of the surface, something Ark citizens have dreamed of for years. Since the Ark was founded, has any commander ever achieved something like this? And on your screen now is Reclamation Site 01, a forward base established by the central government. Oh my. They actually reclaimed part of the surface. That's wonderful. Really wonderful. Goodness. Which sweet child did something so amazing? Okay, she calls everyone children. Noted. It won't let you verify your social provider? Bonk the chat. Not chat, wait. No. Don't bonk chat. Bonk the Twitch. I'm not used to saying bonk Twitch. Bonk the Twitch. Chat's being fine right now. No bonking. You get ahead, Pat, Fire Panda. I know some people in chat have had the same issue and fixed it, but I don't know if any of those people are in chat right now. I never had that issue myself, so I don't know how to fix it, sadly. Central government has officially designated the newly reclaimed surface area as Reclamation Site 01, and has highly commended the commander responsible for the operation. The TV screen shows the counters and their commander, with Cokepuff's name and face displayed for all to see. The counters and Cocopuff. That name sounds familiar. The woman stares intently at the TV screen. Just as I thought. I can tell just by looking at you. My, you've grown up so well. She knows us. Wait, she knows us. You googled it and it says you need to do it on your computer. Ah, that's a pain. Wait, why is the gate kept to the PC? You can't do it on your phone? That's a bunch of bullshit, isn't it? Twitch, fix your shit. That makes no sense. Because some people don't have access to a PC or a laptop. The hell? Apparently Twitch thinks the lesser of them. How dare they? You don't swear though, so you agree it in a non-swearing way. Fair enough. I swear rarely. It depends on who I'm with, and depends on what I'm doing, but there are few cases I swear. I tend to not swear. I used to swear somewhat often when I was younger, but recently, eh. Grumble, grumble. I feel like as I got older, the amount of things that my brain deemed acceptable in terms of swearing has grown, but the amount that I swear has decreased, so it kind of evens out. Anyways, apparently Snow Crane knows us. She is part of Bacillus, so she might have some connections to the project that Ether was working on. For those who, without context, it's a long story, but the commander is more or less an experiment, which is why we're called number 7 by a few people. we have the Vapis blood in our veins, and I don't think that was naturally either. It was an experiment run by the Bacillus people. And very few people know about it. Apparently she's one of them, from what we can see. To think, you've come this far. How wonderful. If that child has grown this much, then quite a lot of time must have passed. Time. Yes. Time. Her eyes fall on the stack of old documents at the center of the desk. I see. That's finally time. I didn't realize so much time has passed. It looks like I finally get to go outside again. It's been a while. I wonder how much the arc has changed over that time. I'm really looking forward to it. She kept underground like the other people. Like Crane. One day I'm told there's an issue with my mission report. So I spend the entire night revising it, and by the time I finally step outside, it's morning. We pulled an all-nighter. Are we sleeping on the bench again? More screaming of pain. Is it still having issues? And I need to lie down. Game, we're not trying to break the fourth wall here. Your computer needs your password. It just keeps demanding stuff, doesn't it? All to get verified. Twitch do be annoying sometimes. Yep, I flop onto the bench right in front of me. Here we go again. We're passing out in the park. Even if I head back now, someone will just come look for me anyway. Guess I'll stay here a little longer. Does it need a piece of your soul next? Yes, you need to sign this contract right here, which will sign your soul away to the Twitch gods, and they will not return it to you no matter what happens. It is a one-way contract. I look up at the sky. Sunlight pours down from the dome of eternity, soft and warm. Nice weather. Maybe I'll take a quick nap. Ooh-woo? Hello, hello, Jemmy. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I close my eyes. My, I can sleep out here. You're doing? Aren't we all? Are you in a head patty mood? Do you want a head pat? No, Dima, I will not do you. I know you be lurking. I think Dima's off in the void right now. You're safe. You're safe for now. Bet. Fire Panda is going through it currently. Twitch is being annoying. Wait. Oh. Pause. Waiting. I'll read in the meantime. The sun's nice, but there's still a breeze. You'll catch a cold at this rate. Who's that? Alright, let's have you stand up for a moment, okay? Oh, sleepy. Hey now, you shouldn't go falling asleep in a place like this. You might get hurt. Save that for when you're home, okay? There we go. Open those eyes nice and wide. Let's have a good stretch. Too bright. It's too bright. I wince and shut my eyes again. Is it too bright for you? For a second, it feels like the light above me disappears. Oh, Fire Panda, you figured it out. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Abyss. Hopefully enjoy your stay. Yeah, it finally worked. Yay. And now we're at 110. Woo! You're the 110th follower. Legal hand. You haven't slept yet. More Valorant time. Jemmy, how long have you been awake? Yay, yay. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm glad you figured out the issue though. Next question. Jamie, are you nearing 24 hours of being awake? And you're playing Valorant? Bonk. You should sleep, it's like 9 p.m. or 9 a.m.? No, fair, that's not too bad. Yeah, if it's 9 p.m., yeah, that's not bad if it's 9 p.m. The question is, are you nearing the 24-hour mark? You'll be not answering questions. If it's 9 a.m., then you fit right in, because everyone here in chat tends to have a horrible sleep schedule. As you can see here. It is 4 a.m., nearly 5 a.m. here. You woke up at like 4 p.m., so 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours is not bad. The times are a bit offset. They're a bit skewed, but you're fine. You're a bit tired, and you're choosing to play Valorant. It's just 9 p.m., don't worry, but it's just you didn't go to school today and have school tomorrow. Do you have morning stuff? I'm assuming you have, like, to wake up really early then. For a second, it feels like the light above me disappears. Nice and shady. It starts at like 7:30 a.m. Yeah, been there, done that. And make sure to get your EBs. Wonder if you can pull off some cool shots in Valor on tiredness. Sometimes when you're tired, or if you have a headache or something like that, for some reason your gameplay just goes... it gets cracked. Because your body is pushing itself. It's on that, like, fight, survival instinct, fight or flight, adrenaline, and you somehow do better. It just takes 4 hours to lie in bed for you to fall asleep. O'Neil. Do you look at your phone, Fire Panda? Is that why? Or do you just have issues sleeping? Because I know quite a few people who have insomnia, myself included. You somehow did so bad earlier, but still got 16 kills. You think it's the Mr. Bloom fan blade? Hey, the skins give you buffs. No, run. Fire Panda. I'm gonna yoink you by your collar and drag you back gently. Do you look at your phone in your bed while you're trying to sleep? You know what you're doing. You know why you can't sleep. Kinda mad because you could have had Forsaken Vandal, but the shop reset it. Oh, Neil. And now you have the shitty guns in there. And now you have to twiddle your thumbs and wait for eons until it's back. You're someone who doesn't get the message if it's a gentle reminder. Well, I'm not gonna give you a harsh reminder. I'll give you a virtual bonk if you get bonked. Your friend just kinda had to beat a message into your skull. Well, if your friend is watching somewhere, make Fire Panda stop looking at their phone before sleeping. It's not helping. I swear if you're a doom scroller, that's probably not helping either. Before we get completely derailed. You have 2,000 left, you get the Reaver Guardian. I mean, the Reaver is pretty good. Like, you like it, but you barely use Guardians. Okay, here's the question for you. Is there a different Guardian skin you would rather have than the Reaver? If no, then probably get it. If yes, maybe wait until the other one that you like more. You doom scroll on Twitch sometimes. I feel like Twitch is not a common place to be doom scrolling, but you do you. If it's something you enjoy doom scrolling, that it works. Again, do you have a chance of having Mystic in any time soon? That's the question, ain't it? Jemmy, you're asking the Valorant gods to give you the correct, like, store roles. I don't know if your chances are gonna be good. Okay, we are on a bench. We're being told to stand up and stretch. And she's covering the sun for us with her body. Do you like it? What should I do with you? You look exhausted. But you'll catch a cold if I leave you like this. Believe us, ma'am. We've slept on this exact bench multiple times and we've been fine. You have a genuine strategy you use. It's how you found me? Well, I'm glad you're here. Automod, what are you doing? Allow that. We have the word viewer modded because of the amount of bots who use that word, but you're fine. Basically, you go to a search and then do whatever you want to watch and do lowest to highest viewer count. That's a strategy. Something soft brushes over my eyes, like a cloth. You meant to say genius, not genuine. I mean, both work in this context. Well, it can't be helped. We'll go get you a blanket, so just wait here for a little while, okay? It's fine. I've been catified. Yeah. To answer the question, Guardian probably the Heartseeker Guardian or Gaia's Vengeance. And I'm being watered. Heartseeker mainly because pink. You can't resist the pink, can you? You cannot resist the pink. Give me more pink guns. Jemmy, here's the thing. There's a limit to how many pink things you can own because you can only use one skin at a time. Surely. Give me a pink Oni Phantom. It would have Sakura theming, wouldn't it? Oh, my headphones got yoinked. Own only pink weapons. Own all the pink weapons. Has a horrible green skin with pink. I've been forced to put on glasses and my headphones have been yoinked. I hear someone walking away. I want to see who it is, but the drowsiness hits me hard, and I drift off. Got your Mr. Bloom Vandal. It'll show up in your store eventually. Probably. How long has it been? I don't know. I just want to sleep a little longer. But it's cold. Even so, I just want to sleep a little longer. The little girl is crying. You played Val like twice in your life. Hey, some people don't vibe with Val. Some people don't play FPS in general. A siren-like wail jolts me awake. What the? I sit up, and something falls from my head. Looking down, I see a white handkerchief with a crane embroidered on it. A handkerchief? Little girl's crying. I'm not going. I turn toward the sound, to find a crowd gathered around someone. Eh? You want the Avery Dramwing's ghost? It's pink. Is pink the only reason? It's smash not a word it recognizes. I need to add that later. We're trying to loot the Laponi again, Jemmy. It's the wrong exclamation word. I don't think the commands. I don't think smash is a word it recognizes. Did I really not add that as an option? You're much better at PvE shooters. Don't really like PvP, but you're trying to get better. Joker. No, it's an ammo joke. I see you know that well. Let me... My mouth's gotta be lagging for a little bit. Let me check if smash is a word it recognizes. Thank you for the boopy. I've been booped. Yes, the chunkiness of loading up Opera. Oh god. Stabilizing. Stabilize, question mark? Not yet. Okay, let me see. This command, advanced settings. How did I not put smash as an alias? There we go, it should be fixed now. You can now use smash as that command. There we go. You love how just kind of dead inside your profile picture looks. Thank you, question mark. It reflects my soul. Okay, now we're violating multiple things. Wonderful. Okay, well, Jemmy's doing that. I'm not going. I don't wanna. Please calm down, okay? Miranda? You happy you did this? Are you asking me or Jemmy? Are you happy about this? Me? Am I happy that this command is a thing? I wouldn't say happy. It's amusing. A boop, I've been a booped. I've been boopedied. The commands are here for the chat to enjoy, not necessarily myself. And I know what my chat usually likes. And it tends to be degenerate and unhinged. Like Cherry. Yes, he did the da 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 da. I'm not going. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna. I like how chat's doing this. Meanwhile, the little girl crying in the story. What the fuck are these commands? Don't worry about it, Kama. Oh, you gave yourself head. Damn, you're flexible. Am I the only sane person in your chat? No, there are other sane people. They're just not here right now. My chat ranges from sane and wholesome to completely degenerate and unhinged. You're just on one side of the spectrum. Also, Jimmy, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate ya. Sane is a choice. What the heck? I think you're the only sane chatter right now. Excuse me, I'm sane. Yeah, Kama is closer to sane than unhinged. Hello, Or. And Aura is our resident pun dealer. You're forced to play Mix earlier. You did horrible, but as I saw, you're cracked. I feel like you're just not used to Mix. Mix is very technical supporty. You don't know, you've only really seen Gem. Jemmy, you have been deemed not sane. Yes, you are the resident Jensen Ackle simp that you are. Puns, you say? You got jokes? Oh, dear lord. Okay, continue. But please calm down. If you keep crying like that, you'll make yourself sick. No. Cries anyways. My friend's gone. I can't go without him. I don't want to go. Your friend's missing too. What do we do? And we've gotta find your friend too. Miranda? Commander! What's going on? I found a lost child, and was supposed to escort her to her parents at the station. But she says she can't leave because her friend is missing. She's been crying non-stop, and I'm worried she might get dehydrated. Dehydrated, you don't say. And I'm not sure how to find her friend here, so I'm a bit stuck. Why are you rotating yourself, Kava? Why did Thomas lose the race? Why did Thomas lose the race? You're in a Valorant match, and the sub on the enemy team started with an ace. Jesus! Didn't train hard enough. Bruh. You're just testing the commands? Well, test them on someone other than yourself, maybe. Because the text gets very funny when you only type the command and nothing afterwards. You know, you killed a minion earlier. What do you mean by that, Fire Panda? These guys are sus as fuck. Do you feel like they're cheating? Unthaw and call me despicable. Bruh. You feel like a cheater. Bunk 'em. Oh, when I said test them on someone, I didn't mean rotate me. How do you like your jokes? I find them funny, I'm laughing. You get head pat for the jokes. That's a fuck. Bonk 'em, Jimmy. Too late, I've been rotated. I'm now Aussie. I see. It's okay if you can't find him. Miss Snow said she'd find my friend. Miss Snow? Yeah. Miss Snow promised to find my friend. I have to wait here. Is that so? You don't even know where my friend is. I'm sorry. But when's Miss Snow getting here? I don't know. Oh, I see. How long has it been since you went to look for your friend? I don't know. I ate all my ice cream and waited, but she didn't come. I mean, she might have just forgotten. No! She said you're supposed to keep your promises. And she said she'd keep hers. Hold on. Don't tell me Miss Snow got lost too. You really think so? There's been loads of lost kids lately. Then what do we do? If Miss Snow got lost too, did I get her in trouble? I'll go look for her right away. Commander, please look after this little girl. Miranda, calm down. Huh? I'll go look for her. Miranda, stay here and watch the girl. You're going to go look for her, Commander? Maybe I should. Didn't you let Polly know you're running late first? That's alright. Polly told me to call her if anything happened. I almost forgot. Alright, I'll be right back. Be a good girl and listen to the nice officer, okay? Are you going to look for Miss Snow? Yeah, I am. I'll go find Miss Snow and come right back. So promise me you'll stay with the officer and not cry, okay? Okay, promise. Alright, I'll go look for her. Oh my, there's someone else we need to find. I turn around and there she is. A woman in white, with hair to match. Then I'll go take care of it right away. Could you tell me what they look like? Are you Miss Snow by any chance? Hmm? Miss Snow? So that's what you've been calling me, sweetie. That's right. I'm Snow Crane, the Miss Snow this little one mentioned. She's kind of mommy-coded, isn't she? Now you found the missing part of Zelda lore. Do tell? Sub on enemy team is hella sus. They're sus. They know exactly where you are despite not being detected via Sova and shift walking. So you think they're doing X-ray stuff. I see a sign of shame up there. Let me activate that. I mean, if they're Sova, it kind of makes sense with X-ray because their ult gives them quite a bit of advantage. Okay, you want a sign? I will drink more water. I see. You want me to have that sign? Drink more water, then unhide that. You happy? It was the missing link. I like that one. I like Zelda. Yes, a mommy was mentioned, Kaba. A kind friend. There's Sova 13-1-1. Everyone else on this team is below 5 kills. High KDR doesn't really indicate sus, but knowing where you are at all times is very cheater-coded. Why can't you hear Pterodactyl going to the bathroom? Why can't you, Fire Panda? Tell us. Because the P is silent. God damn it. The tracker profile is private. They don't want people seeing. Yes, you happy with that sign? Now when you go to sleep you have a reminder. Oi! Is that what you were doing? You hate when they hide their profile if they're good. Why hide it? Exactly. Emma, I appreciate you, but god damn it. I'm sorry, you've been waiting a while, haven't you? Oh, ta-da! The crane holds out a brown teddy bear with a pink ribbon to the little girl. I brought a cuddly little friend with me. Teddy! She takes the teddy bear, cradling it in her arms. Wait, don't tell me your friend is... a teddy bear? Yep. That was a stuffed toy. But you said he's your friend. Teddy is my friend. I see. Miranda, don't judge her. Stuffed toys can be your friends. I have many of them. Like, stow that shit proudly. So yeah, you're only matching Spycrest and Amelia Sova. No thanks. You get a head pat, Jamie. You could have made the sign worse. Oh, I know. Chat has made signs a lot worse than this one. What do you call a well-balanced horse? What do you call a well-balanced horse? You want a bleppity? Blip. 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 You've been blepped. Been a while since blip? It has been a while, hasn't it? Fable. God damn it. I feel like I'm too easily amused. You get a longer blip for that. How many stuffed animals do you have? Not a joke this time. Just from what I can see in the room I'm currently in? Let's see here. There's 4 in the other room. There's... How many is it? How many are there in this room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, some in the basket that I can't count. Let's say 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, and some. Yeah. Why is it still going? Keep checking your email to see if you get an email from your tattoo artist. Did you email them? Did you email them for a new tattoo that you mentioned? Because you mentioned wanting to get, like, the... it was Nightwing, right? Oh wait, that many might still get... What's wrong with having that many plushies? You got like 150 to 200, I know, too many to count. Toy Store? Yeah, everyone's gonna be alive in here. You have one, it's the Pikachu named after Dima. Yes, then it will get thrown against the wall if Dima annoys you. You abuse your plushie, your singular plushie. How dare you? It's not obvious that I like plushies. I feel like there's more somewhere. You can never have enough plushies. Oh, I forgot the knockoff Blaha I have. The Blowhigh. I have one under my desk. I also have that one. Message them, they respond with yes to doing these two characters. So you're getting Starfire and Nightwing embracing each other, aww, or holding hands. A couple tattoo, aww. We love having our OTPs tattooed onto us. If your stuffies came alive and attacked, you wouldn't care. They have 5 knives in your room. You're dying. Why do you have 5 knives in your room? You have a knife collection. I know some people with like katana collections. You like knives? Knives are cool, especially the fancy ones. One of my friends collects knives. You live with a religious person who doesn't believe men should have them unless they're kids. It's a Pikachu, you can get away with that. Can you? Do you fear if you had more money you'd have a lot of anime figures? Oh, I also have a ton of figurines. I just don't have any room to display them. So I'm kind of sad about that. Waiting for them to reply with dates available in May, so you're getting a tattoo soon. Patchy patchy, that's exciting. Their tattoo, and yes, it'll be as big as the other two. But hopefully they respond sooner than later. And hopefully it turns out well. Have a foot-long knife. Use the sometimes fiddling. Oh yeah, foot-long knife. I just realized how big that is. Is that considered a knife at that point or something else? A wood carving. Yeah, I've heard whittling before. Brain did not register. That's cool, you do wood carving. I really like wooden, like, small figurines and wood art. Can't do it for shit, but it's really cool. Deliver 2 tattoos from them, so... hopefully you'll have the third one, though, soon appear. I don't know why I chose that word, but hopefully the third one turns out good. Don't for tonight, chat just as Demon said, water the plant, I'm not a plant. You think it's illegal as sword because the blade is more than 3 inches, and you just make wood swords. You make wood swords with your non-wood swords. You know what? More power to you. Oh, and this is normally classified as a large knife or dagger. They got a huge knife. I guess it depends on how it looks. I forgot what the blade length was for it. You have a huge sword, it's called lightsaber. I don't know about that one. What's happening? Oh yeah, teddy bear. No, you got added. Well, ends in 5. You do and you will use it. How useful is a lightsaber, practically? It's pointy. Hey, why is it pointy? That's like an equivalent of a fencing sword at that point. You just stabby stab. You're back? Welcome back. Because it's Kylo Ren's. I feel like poking someone in the eye isn't the most practical way to cause damage. You hate the ads? Unfortunately, that's like the lowest frequency and shortest length of ads I can set it to. I can't turn off the ads. Twitch won't let me. Good thing we didn't report her missing. That would have been a mess. Now then, what else do we need to still find? We were just about to go looking for you, Miss Snow. Oh my, really? Yeah, we were starting to think you got lost or something. I see. I'm sorry, dear. It's been a while since I've been up in the Ark, so I got a little lost along the way. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. It's been a while? Well then, since it looks like her friend's been found safe and sound, we'll be heading off now. Thank you for your cooperation, Commander. Anytime. I'll leave the rest to you, Miranda. Bye-bye, Miss Snow. Bye, Mister. You take care now, little one. Miranda and the little girl leave together. Oh my. I didn't think it would take me this long to find her toy. Thank you for comforting the little one. I'm not great with kids, so thanks for stepping in. You're really good with them. I like children. They're so pure. And I like kind people like you too. The kind who help others out of genuine kindness. I wouldn't go as far as calling myself a good person. No then. Snow Crane stares straight at me. Why are you staring at me like that? I'm glad you're awake now. I was going to bring you a blanket, but it's been a while since I've been up here. The Ark's changed quite a bit, hasn't it? I ran into a little trouble and couldn't get one. I'm sorry, you must have been cold. Wait, is this yours? I held up the handkerchief with a crane embroidered on it. Oh my, it is. Thank you for bringing it back to me. That was very kind of you, friend. She calls us friend. She calls everyone little one and dear. We get the friend treatment. I could never throw this away. Thanks for covering me earlier. The sun was really bright. That's nothing, really. Snow Crane reaches out and takes the handkerchief. You probably heard earlier, but I'm Snow Crane. And your name's Cocoa Puff, right? You know me? Oh, absolutely. I see you on TV all the time. The hero who reclaimed part of the surface. Reclamation Site 01, isn't that right? Oh, so that's what was on TV. Of course. It's only natural people would want to praise you. You did something everyone's dreamed of for so long. No one else ever managed it. When you think about it... Snow Crane just stares intently at me. What's wrong? It might be a little tricky otherwise. So could you lower your head just a bit for me? Lower my head? Yes, just a little bit will do. I do what Snow Crane says and lower my head. That's it, good. Snow Crane lifts a hand and starts gently patting my head. We're getting head pats, chat. Also, what's happening in chat? The two cross guard blades are soft, but the actual lightsaber blade has a pointy tip. Also, for doing damage, just use the fact you're 6'3" and growing. You're a big person. You're a big boy. You're a tall boy. Or girl, we don't know. Tall person. Fun fact, something you posted on Twitter to do with NIKKE back in March. One of the creators on the Heartbeat Temptation made a Comic-Con. Huh. Cool. You're a boy, and that is 6'8". You got the tall genes. I'm small in comparison. I'm 5'3". I'm small. I'm like about average for my ethnicity, but I am shorter than average where I live. So I cry. Your mom is 6 foot. Jesus, your family's tall. I'm gonna strain my neck looking up at y'all. Also, the lore... Describing NIKKE lore is kind of a rabbit hole. We're gonna go through this event, see what's happening, then I'll fill in the gaps afterwards. How about that? You're the second tallest in your family? Lucky. Lucky 6 foot tall people. I wish I could be that tall. Reclaiming even part of the surface is such an incredible thing. And you did something so kind that no one else could. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. She praises. She's a positive affirmation person. You did really, really well. That's enough praise for now. Snowcrane lets her hand fall. Thank you for hearing me and lowering your head. I've been wanting to do this ever since I saw you on the news, and now I finally get to. Right. Oh my, I'm so sorry. That must have taken you by surprise. I didn't make you uncomfortable, did I? No, not really. It just made me feel like a kid again. I'm sorry. I was just so surprised to see how much you've grown. It made me so proud. I couldn't help but pat your head. It's a little embarrassing is all. I'm a grown man after all. Wait. Something about that didn't sound right. No need to be embarrassed. Even grown-ups deserve lots of praise when they've done a good job. I agree with that. Hang on, what did you just say? I just meant even grown-ups deserve a little praise too. Did that come out strange? That's not quite it. Oh dear, no, it's not the time for that. Do you know what time it is? I pull up my phone and check the time. It's 11:20 a.m. Oh dear. I might be late if I don't hurry. I should get going now. It's really lovely meeting you today, friend. Oh, okay. Snowcrane rushes toward the park entrance, then halts abruptly and looks around for a while. And now she's heading this way again. Excuse me, friend, I'm really sorry to bother you. Do you happen to know where the train station is? I can't seem to find the map anywhere. Map? I guess people don't really use maps anymore these days. Y'all know your way around so well. That's so clever of you. Why don't you just check the map on your phone? Oh, phones have maps now. How old is she? Snowcrane fishes her phone out of her pocket. On something this tiny. How does this even work? She's a boomer. She's been underground for so long she doesn't know what phones are. The boys and anyone else who shaves their face, you ever just shave with a random one of your knives? I know someone who does. That's usually an older generation thing, or just a thing people do when they're really handy with knives. I feel like most people don't do that. Most people use a shaver. Or a razor. Imagine cutting yourself while doing that. Eeh. That's what you're doing right now? Well, if you're skilled with it. You look cool while doing it. I'll take you there. He's a boomer. I'm friend B. Oh my, so this is the station. A fun fact for the people who like to listen to Japanese dub. She says "oh my" in front of every sentence, so it translates to ara ara. She says that 24/7. Ara? She starts all of her sentences with that. I don't think I've ever done like a 100% trying ara on stream before. Because that was not 100% trying either. Nah. Think you gave yourself microcuts? Oh no. Well, that's the danger of using a knife, isn't it? Your face hurts. Oh no. Get a towel. Put it into like cold water, press it against your face. That usually helps. Nice, so this is the station. If I come by myself, I might have wandered around forever. Goodness, the roads have gone so complicated, haven't they? You're very good at finding your way, aren't you? How impressive. Thank you for bringing me here, friend. You're welcome. The thing is... NIKKE looks up at the departure board, eyes moving over the train schedules. There are so many trains running. Which one should I take to get there? Where are you heading? I think it's somewhere called along Royal Road. The place is called Under Grace, I think. Do you happen to have the address? Oh, of course. I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. Let me check. She has a tablet, yet... NIKKE pulls out a small notebook. Ah, there it is. Here you go. Can I take a look? Inside the notebook are 3 addresses. NIKKE points at the first one. Looks like you're heading to the department store on Royal Road. Just catch a train to Royal Road from platform 1. Oh my, you really do know everything, don't you? Anyone could figure that out. What a smart boy. NIKKE gently pats my back. You're treating me like a kid again. That deserves some praise, you know. Thank you so much for helping me. I'll see you again soon, okay? NIKKE walks briskly forward. Should I really just let NIKKE go without asking anything? I should at least ask for her number. Commander, you got your priorities backwards. I looked toward where NIKKE went. Once again, NIKKE looks around, then starts walking back toward me. Oh dear, this isn't good. What is it this time? I can't seem to find where to buy a ticket. Huh? I need one, but I'm not sure where to go. Would you happen to know, friend? The AZX is free to use in the Ark. It's part of the social welfare program. Did I say welfare like that? My tongue failed me there. Shaving causes razor burns, especially when done without shaving cream. You use some aftershave after you fix some issues you made with a real razor. Why not just use a real razor to begin with? Oh my, really? I had no idea they offered benefits like that. NIKKE, how long have you been living under a rock? The Ark's come such a long way, hasn't it? I just need to go to the platform and get on. Yeah, that's right. You okay going on your own? I'm not completely sure, but if I ask around as I go, I'm sure I'll manage. I'll take you there. Really? But you're usually so busy. I'm free today, so it's fine. But if I can't go with you, I'll at least walk you part of the way. Not at all. It's perfectly fine if you come with. I'm just meeting someone to pass along a letter, that's all. I'm sure they won't mind you being there either. They're all kind people. I just feel a little bad because you've done so much for me. You even walked me all the way here. When you see someone who's lost, it's only natural to. Friend, nothing in this world is ever only natural. In the end, it all comes down to the choices we make. Alright, how about this? When I'm done with everything for today, I'll grant you one wish in return for your help, as long as it's within my power. Wish? Alright, it doesn't have to be today. I'll take care of the agreement. I don't think that's necessary. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come across so strongly. Managing agreements is just part of what I do. Did I check DMs really quick? Sure. There we go. Also, to answer the question about the Discord server, it is currently in the works. I need to get to finishing that. I have like the base done. I'm using a template from another server I created, but I've been a bit lazy with it. I should probably get that up and running eventually. Once the Discord is up, I'll activate the command for it, because some people have been trying to get it and it does not exist. And probably also link it up in the about section for the button. Because I do have a graphic ready for it, I just don't have the server ready. Again, is all this about? Yeah, the Discord thing. You're excited to join? Thank you. I'll try to get it up and running by the end of this week. It shouldn't take that long to finish up. I've just been lazy. I've made a server on a bigger scale than that within 3 days before. I've already worked on it for like a day or so. I just need to lock in. I need to lock in for a bit. Also, I've been wandered. There you go. Okay. I've been booped. I fixed the boop command because last time the counter was doing a funny and I realized why. It's working fine now. It's almost 6 AM. It is lights out. No, it is light out. Jammy, mayhaps eeping is an option. We need a yoink command. You want to yoink other people? Let me finish up this scene, then I'll quickly make a yoink command. How about that? We'll do a fast coding adventure. We'll do some speed coding. It's not really considered coding. I'm not opening up a coding file, but you get the point. Oh my, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come across so strongly. Managing agreements is just part of what I do. So you manage agreements? Then shall we make a promise instead? We'll still need to keep it, just like an agreement, but it won't feel quite so heavy. If I hadn't heard that, I probably would have turned it down. Yeah. She said how much we've grown. She's known us since we were a kid then. She said she was surprised to see how much I've grown. That means she knows about my past. If that's the case, I have to ask her. She might know about the parts of my childhood I can't remember. And the project I'm tied to. Is something bothering you? Does even making a promise feel like too much right now? No, let's make a promise. I've got something I want to ask you too. Oh my, is that so? That works out nicely. Then, let's make a promise. When this is over, I'll grant you one wish, friend. Okay, I'll hold you to that. NIKKE. Hacker Coco. You'll be broken the games department next month, getting yourself Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight and Cards at 6, and after it got saved for the trip next year. After July, that is, because July is musical time, possibly second holiday. Then August might be a con depending on if they announce an actor you want to meet. You got a lot of things coming up, don't you? Yay coding, you love coding, that's what you want to do as a job? Oh, we got another upcoming CS person? I majored in CS when I was in college, so I'm a coder. Okay, time for some more model lag as I open up Opera. Oh, god damn it, there's an Opera update. I used to be a teacher assistant, learning assistant during college, and I taught people how to do base CS stuff. I was the one teaching other students about how to learn the C language and all the variants. C++, base C, a bit of Python as well. And every other language under the sun that our college forced us to learn. Musical is the one you're mostly looking forward to. They finally announced the fall cast. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, CS. Another CS person. Is there a specific thing in CS that you want to go into? Because CS is a huge umbrella. It'd be cool if you did streams where you taught us CS. I could do that. I've been trained to teach CS at a college level. I could teach people how to code in C. Video game making does. Video game making is also in C and C++, yes. I've done classes before where it's specifically for game design and game development, so I could also do that. Also, May, June, July, and September to hurry up because film's coming out. A lot of things to look forward to. I've been licked. It's the bottom, demon. Jammy. Teach me your ways. Honestly, if enough people are interested, I could do a crash course on coding. That would be fun to do. Speaking of coding, let me make the yoink command really quick. Let's see, which one can we base off of? This one, how about this one? New command. we're making new command called Yoink. Say to everyone. Under Yoinketh user. Let's take the pinching emoji for that one. Activate that. Advanced settings. No cooldown. And there you go, it should be up. To be able to do exclamation yoink in it. Oi! I've been yoinketh. How dare you yoink me? May the Mandalorian and Grogu, June, Supergirl, July, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, and September Clayface. There's a lot coming out. And the one you're hesitant of is Avengers Doomsday. Okay, now everyone's yoinking. Yoink into volcano? No! You don't get to be yoinked into a volcano. Continuing on. Echo, should you and Dima show me the boys? Both. Your choice. If you want to show me the boys. Landmine? No, you don't get to land onto a landmine, Dima. You have to go for like 10 minutes? You're fine. Do what you need to do, Fire Panda. You have no obligation to stay here. 50-foot drop? No, Dima. It means Season 1, 2, 3, Gen V, 1, Season 4, Gen 2, Season 5. Jesus. That's a lot to go through. Everyone's being yoinked around. 500 waterfall drop. If you're safe after the drop, otherwise no. And every episode is around an hour. How many okay, do the math for me. How many hours in total am I signing up for if I say yes? Also, Demon, no dying. If you don't let me or Jamie die, you don't get to die either. We have this contract going. Yes, no dying. You two don't get to die, then you don't get to die either. 32 hours roughly? That's actually not that bad. I mean, the water cancels any damage, duh, having you play Minecraft. Yeah, this little puddle on the ground here. Me falling from an airplane and landing into this puddle, I won't take any fall damage. That's just how it works. I got this water bucket with me. You can die 70 years. Why 70? 37-ish with Gen V. That's actually not bad. Over time, that's not bad. Binge watching all that at once, I don't know about that. So this is the department store. Oh, beautiful. Snowcrane keeps glancing around. Oh my, what a big space. And it's all shops. Oh nice. Oh goodness. Look at those clothes. They've put them out for everyone to see. Oh, friend, come take a look. They're selling flowers. I wonder if they're real. Hey, relax. Forgive me. I've been a bit carried away. Is this your first time in a department store? Yes, when I first came to the Ark, I don't remember seeing buildings like these. Most of the larger ones were connected to the central government. But perhaps that's not quite fair of me to say. Back then, I was always traveling for agreements, so I never really had the chance to look around. That might be why I simply never noticed them. When I first arrived, the war was still ongoing, so everything felt very different from how it does now. Okay, she's at least 90 years old. She was moving around the Ark back when the first... I guess the first Reclamation War? Back when they were fighting the Raptors for the first time. She got a death note? That's a death tablet. Make it more like 40 plus because Season 5 is currently airing? Fair enough. It'll be a solid 5,000 after 70 years. Bruh. But the age is dependent on when you die. It's 70 years after you die. 5 episodes left of season 5, then it's over for good, cry. If you die now, no. No dying right now. I think that's why I found it all rather fascinating. Looking watches people spill out of the store, their moods written plain on their faces. Some look pleased with their purchases, while others mutter under their breath, clearly dissatisfied. Why, it changed so much. Just watching them makes me happy. What's the name of the place we're going again? No, it's called Under Grace. I think it's a cafe. Just a sec. I tried searching for it online. Found it. Looks like it's on B1. Let's head down. Oh my, you found it already? How reassuring. I'll trust you and follow your lead. I think this is it. You're right, it's Under Grace. You really are good at finding your way around. That's impressive. Thanks for the compliment. But you sure it's okay if I go in with you? I can just wait outside. It's fine, really. I told you earlier, didn't I? I'm just here to deliver a letter. The people receiving it won't mind at all. And the signatory said there's no need to keep it a secret. So there's nothing to worry about. A signatory? So you're doing this because of an agreement? Yes, that's right. I'm just fulfilling your request. From an agreement made a long time ago. I'm a little worried you might get bored if I deliver the letter. Will you be alright? I'll be fine. Looks like everything's alright now. Let's head inside, shall we? Sure. This game got a thing with cafes. Also, what are those two doing behind her head? Why did I read those two things behind her head? A ribbon? Question mark? I'm not completely sure. They kind of look like offset animal ears, don't they? But I think they're a ribbon. We step into the cafe. The warm scent of coffee fills the air. Oh, the coffee smells lovely. Yeah, it really does. Middle-aged woman. Thank you for the compliment. Hearing that from young folks really brightens my day. The menu's right over here, so take your time and have a look before ordering. Milgrain stares intently at the woman. Can I help you? Are you Sarah by any chance? Pardon? Yes, that's me, but who are you? I believe this is the first time we've met in person. My name is Snowcrane. Miss Snowcrane? Yes, that's right. It's a pleasure to meet you, my friend. I've come to deliver a letter on behalf of you-know-who, as per our agreement. First letter, B. With a soft clink, Sarah sets 2 cups of hot coffee on the table. Oh wow, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. Don't mention it. Since you're with Miss Snowcrane, it's only natural that I take care of you. Sarah slides in, and sits down across the table. We've only ever communicated through letters, so this is our first time meeting in person. I hope I didn't surprise you too much by dropping in so suddenly. Don't worry about it. I had a feeling it was about time, so if anything, I was just surprised that I was actually right. Speaking of surprises though, shouldn't you be more surprised at how young I look? Oh my, yes. We've been exchanging letters for decades. I never imagined you would look so young. I started using Evergreen earlier than most of my friends, and I've kept it up ever since. For several decades. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I started talking before making proper introductions. This is Sarah. She's affiliated with a foundation run on by one of my sanatories. A foundation? Yes, I was only a child when everyone migrated to the Ark, and I came alone and without my parents. The foundation supported me until I became an adult. In return, I entered into an agreement with Miss Snowcrane here, who oversees the foundation on behalf of another, to write to her each year about the changes in the Ark. You've been around since the Ark migration. That means you must be... It's not very nice to ask a lady her age. But let's keep our guesses to ourselves, okay? Oh, right. Anyway, that's why you asked if she was surprised by how young you look. Exactly. We never actually met in person, just exchanged letters. But... I suppose that ends today. Yes. Now that the contract has ended, I wanted to see you in person, and deliver this letter that was left for you. Snowcrane hands Sarah a letter. I see. So this is a letter from them. Sarah gingerly accepts the letter. If you don't mind, may I read it first? Why, of course. Sarah lifts her trembling hands and carefully opens the letter. She then buries her face in her hands and begins to cry. I reach for a tissue to hand to her, but Snowcrane gently strokes my back and shakes her head. She starts drinking her coffee without a word. I really wanted to meet you just once, but in the end, I never got to. Did she know someone in the past, and they ended up dying back during the first Reclamation War? It's been almost an hour. I can put this sign down, right? I sip my coffee in silence, listening to Sarah cry. Her sobs are full of longing, gratitude, and sorrow. A little while later, thank you both for waiting. Goodness, I can't remember the last time I cried like this. I think I'd make such a scene at my age, and in front of someone younger too. I'm sorry. You can put the sign down, but don't forget the message that was written on it. I won't forget. Not at all. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's only natural to cry when you're hurting. Thank you, Miss Snowcrane. for waiting so patiently, and for bringing me this letter. I suppose I won't be writing those yearly letters anymore. It's going to feel a little lonelier now. That was the founder, wasn't it? No, I should be the one thanking you. When I think about those yearly letters no longer coming, it does feel a little lonely, doesn't it? You've worked so hard all this time. Likewise, Miss Snow Crane. Now then, I'll proceed with closing out the agreement. Sarah, as agreed, I have one final question. In your opinion, do you feel the Ark has become a better place than it was before? Would you like me to be honest? Yes, that's what they asked of me. No. The methods have changed, but things haven't improved in the slightest. Of course, people's lives are far better than they used to be. I mean, even someone like me, a former war orphan, now runs a cafe on Royal Road. And thanks to Evergreen, I've been able to keep this youthful appearance. But people's hearts are still sick. If anything, they've just grown worse in a different way. They've grown so used to peace in the Ark that they've forgotten the war is still raging on the surface. Forgotten who made that peace possible in the first place. And now we even have a ridiculous term like NIKKE. Yes, thanks to Pretty, Tetraline, and those well-known squads. NIKKE rights have improved beyond recognition since the Second Surface Reclamation War. And yet, whenever something happens in the Ark, people are still quick to pin the blame on the NIKKEs. Peace has become a given, and with that, they've grown complacent, ungrateful. Just like so many who once belonged to our Foundation. Never satisfied with the support they were given. Foolish enough to try taking the Foundation's money, only to end up facing your judgment. Face your judgment. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry for being so negative at our last meeting, but I really don't think this society has improved at all. That's just how I see it. Thank you. I've listened carefully to everything you've shared, and I appreciate you seeing this through to the very end. I hope your days ahead are filled with peace. Thank you for everything, Miss Snow Crane. I didn't expect to get so much lore from this side event. The second letter. Are we gonna be visiting a bunch of people from the first Reclamation War? Because in terms of the commander, the main character, I don't think I've ever mentioned this for the new people here in terms of NIKKE, but he has amnesia. He has very weird amnesia. He remembers specific scenes back when he was in like a hospital ward, but he doesn't remember anything outside of that. His memories start from when we first go on the mission at the very start of the game. We're dropped off at a random point in the middle of Hellfire, and that's where our memories start. We don't remember anything before that. At the random blips of a little girl in a hospital ward where we don't really see the face. They haven't really brought up the little girl ever since the earlier chapters. I'm wondering if they're ever going to bring that one back. The Ark sucks, but the outside sucks even more. In some cases, the surface is better than the Ark, because while it is overrun by raptors, if Reptilian is any proof of it, humans can coexist with raptors. Humans can live on the surface peacefully, as long as they view others as friends and not enemies, as long as they try to understand others, but humanity's first reaction to raptors was to murder, and they kind of responded in turn. as far as it is documented, spoiler warnings in terms of story that I'm going to be talking about here. The arc is run on a giant rapture core. How did we get it? We don't know. But during Red Hood's event and like blips across, she saw that the arc was run on a giant rapture core. And Elig and Trony know about it because they know what the power source is. And they were traumatized to all hell when they saw that. It is very possible that humanity stole that or murdered a rapture, like a huge rapture, a high-ranking one, and converted it into a power source. Most likely by BTC or Deep, which is the cultists that we've seen connected to Princess and stole Thareed's backstory. It is very possible that we started the war, and the Raptors were just retaliating after what we did to their kind. We don't have much context around the core, though. Humans can be friends with the lizards here. Didn't know that. There's a character that lives on the surface called Reptilian. There's a human named Reptilian, and he lives on a mother whale. He lives on top of a rapture and is friends with them. And the thing with raptors, they have a red glow, right? They glow red. He trained the mother whale to become a vegetarian. So they don't eat meat anymore, they eat trees and plants. And now they glow blue now instead of red. He converted a rapture somehow. He has a pet mother whale. So are we the assholes? Technically, yeah. We yoinked a rapture core, turned it into a power source, saw raptors fall from the sky, screamed, shot at them with a gun, tried to kick them, and they went to beep boop destroy because they were attacked first. At least that's the assumption currently. We need more context of what happened back then. What a surprise, I know. Because if you look at raptors, they're actually peaceful with other animals. If you see animals, like wild animals on the surface during the story, raptors don't touch them. They coexist with them. The raptors actually evolve and morph to look more like the animals. They want to blend in. They want to become like, how do you put it? They want to become one with what's already here. They like the animals on the surface. They're very curious creatures. Humans are just one of the only species that decide to go guns a-blazing against them. And if you look at raptors, they copy whatever the species does. So they copied the fact that we're going guns a-blazing. Hi, you're back. Welcome back, Fire Panda. We were talking a bit about the lore. I like how a lot of times in fiction, when humanity has a lot of power, they kill every other species that are different. Well, it's the same in real life in terms of humanity. Humans are usually depicted to be the top of the food chain for reasons. And whenever we see something that is not ordinary or could be a threat to humanity, we attack without question. If not, we capture and research in inhumane ways. More likely than not. I like fiction too, but that's another story. Yep. You watch a lot of MatPat? I haven't heard MatPat in a while. Even in the lore, the MMR facility every research group that we have in the ARC, they capture organisms, they capture samples, and they test a bunch of different things on it inhumanely if it is alive to get more information. That's what they did with Cindy. So for those who don't know what happened during Old Tales, which is Cinderella's event, back when her Annie was happening, Cindy is the first heretic that was created by the Queen. She was the first one that was successfully infected by... My brain is blanking. Corruption, and still had agency, quote-unquote agency, by Red Shoes, aka Mirror now, and was modified directly by the Queen. She was the first NIKKE Rapture Heretic fusion. And the government's response after capturing her was put her under as many inhumane trials as we can to find out how we can kill heretics. It was very painful to watch during the event. Because the thing with heretics, they have regeneration powers. And to test that, they use lasers and every other weapon under the sun to cut into her and see what stops regeneration more than others. She was in agonizing pain throughout the whole entire event. Anyways, what's happening in chat? I saw he retired. MadPat and a lot of old VTubers are retiring these days, if not moving on to having families and changing focus off of YouTube and content creation. A lot of OG YouTubers are old. They've been content creating for years, decades, nearing 20 at this point. I don't blame them for stepping away from content creation and actually living life. There's a book where it actually goes the other way around and we are the different ones that get exterminated. That's an interesting point of view. I mean, when you think about it, humans, like ecosystem, ecologically speaking, humans are the invasive species in every single context. I've been yoinkest. Your friend now or having soft tacos later. Nice. Soft tacos are good. It's been a while since I had a soft taco and I'm hungry. Back to the story, after our side tangent. One of your favorite memes. We leave the cafe and head to a hospital in the downtown area. To meet a person the second letter is meant for. You see, I made it to a hospital without getting lost. I'm really glad you're with me. So the second letter is for a patient, right? Yes, I heard Oliver's been in the hospital for about a year now. I see. Now, friend. Yeah? You've been acting a little off since earlier. Is something bothering you? You can't even look me in the eye. You weren't like this at the start, were you? From what I heard earlier, I think I might have a rough idea of how old you might be. Don't bring up her age. You think you're gonna go to sleep cause it's 10? Have a good eepy, have a good rest. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully have a good night. And there goes my bangs. Actually gonna react to the old statement. So now I'm not sure if I should be speaking this casually. Oh my goodness. Is that what's been bothering you? Oh, you're adorable. I mean, how could I not? Or how could it not? Someone from back when the Ark was sealed is calling you Miss. It's like, she is way older than us. Of course, your amazing head pat. Thank you for the head patties. You get head pats too, Fire Panda. It's just a nickname some friends from the Foundation came up with. I don't really pay attention to things like age. So please, just treat me like you always have. Honestly, I'd be happier if you didn't worry about things like that. Got it. I'll try to keep things more casual. Anya. Emergency patient coming through, clear the way! I quickly step back. The sharp rattle of wheels cuts through the air. Gurney? A gurney bursts in, pushed by emergency personnel. NIKKE lies on it, her arms and legs missing. She's gonna need replacements for that. Two mass-produced NIKKEs follow close behind. Stay with us. You can't die like this. Looks like there's been an accident. I suppose so. Snow Crane slowly looks around the hospital. A patient in a hospital gown sits with a downcast expression. A companion beside them quietly holding their hand. Nearby, someone waits their turn, fear written plainly across their face. Another sits hunched over, their face twisted in pain. All around, people sit with worry heavy on their faces. Are you alright? Of course. I've seen things like this many times before. But ever since Evergreen was developed, people have been living far longer than anyone ever expected. And medicine has advanced just as much. And yet, humans, and NIKKEs too, they still fall ill without warning. They still get caught in accidents. They still grieve and suffer. Even after all this time, that hasn't changed. That makes me a little sad. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make things so serious. We submitted a visitation request a while ago, but it looks like it's taking a little longer than expected. You're right. I'll go check. Who's here to see Mr. Oliver? Yes, that's us. Please come this way. The nurse leads us into a hospital room. And there... an elderly man lies there, kept alive by a web of machines and tubes. It's nice to meet you, Oliver. I'm Snow Crane. Welcome, Miss Snow Crane. I've been waiting. I'm sorry. I wish I could have received you in better health. No, not at all. This is more than enough. Thank you for waiting. You're here to tell me it's ended, aren't you? That's right. The contract has ended. I wanted to see you in person and deliver this letter from you-know-who. Is it everyone connected to the Foundation? It's curious how they always tell us how NIKKEs are so strong and so amazing and practically a mechanical superhuman, but every time we see them, they are dying or missing parts. Sure, we have seen them do amazing things, but most of the time they're getting destroyed. The thing with that, a lot of the times, the ones that are getting destroyed are mass-produced, which are built to be weaker. They aren't specialized units, all of them. They're mass-produced for a reason. It's so they can be replaced quickly. All their parts are not high grade, so a lot of them end up dying, especially the ones that go to the surface. There is a part in the lore where they go over new commanders. That's another new data for you. There's a part where they go over the statistic for new commanders and yeah, like stormtroopers and mass-produced NIKKEs. Because most of the times, if a commander is newly appointed, they are assigned to a squad made of mass-produced NIKKEs. And the chances that they survive on the surface is very low. Most of the times, they get wiped out completely. It's only special cases like us, where we're a higher ranking commander, that we get assigned to a squad of specialized NIKKE. And specialized NIKKE most of the time do survive because they're better equipped, they have a role to fit in a team, instead of just retrieving materials from the surface and hoping and praying that you don't run into raptures. For the cases where we see specialized NIKKE getting damaged, that's most of the times because of higher ranking raptures. Because you see all the little grunts running around. Those aren't that much of an issue for specialized NIKKE. It's the Tyrant class that's an issue, so the giant boss nodes. And some of those can cause corruption as well. And that's more covered in, I'd say, the early parts of the story. Then we just get thrown into shit situation to shit situation and we get used to it. The counters has been through so much at this point. There is a chapter in the early parts of the story where there is a Tyrant class rapture and we are with the counters and one other squad. The whole entire other squad is made up of specialized NIKKE and they all end up getting corrupted. And there wasn't much that they could do about that. It was a surprise attack from the raptures. Now here's how raptors look like. Hold on. That's true, we don't really cover the battles that much, at least here. So if you want to see rapture designs, the wiki is a good place to look. Also the NIKKE website. These rapture designs are really cool if you actually zoom in on them. A lot of thought goes into those designs, especially the ones later on. Because you have everything from a literal train that we call a Thomas the Tank Engine, to something flying in the sky like Mother Whale, or a Hornet bee like Modernia. Then we have like the squid octopus thingamajig. Then we have Gluttony, which is apparently the cutest rapture according to the devs. They're all based off of some animal or concept because raptors like copying what they see and what they like. It seem like mechanical crabs, lions and gorillas, they look cool. But they are also artificial then. Yes, they are completely mechanical. Unlike NIKKE, who have brains, like their whole body is mechanical but they have brains, raptures are completely mechanical and they have cores. So the core is like the red glowing thing in the middle and that's their power source. If you take that out, they are dead. Who made them? From what we know, they are being produced by the Rapture Queen. Back when she used to take over the space station, she would send them down from space onto the surface. But now that she's in Lilith's body, we're not sure how well she can mass produce them, but she can create more heretics. Because she made Altruria, she made the new Scarlet copy that we will be going over once the update drops. There is a new heretic that got announced during the live stream. The Queen is able to make Rapture fusions in Lilith's body, but we're not completely sure if she can still make the tiny Raptures. So It might be a finite amount, we're not sure. But assuming the raptures are coming from the queen. Rapture Queen design looks so awesome, you just saw it. There are multiple queens. The main one is Queen 001. If you're looking through like the website for the title, 001. That's the main queen that created most of the raptures from what we can tell. Who created her? That's a good question. Because there's a theory right now that Queen 001 used to be the first Grimm's model. You should be studying. Yeah, go back to studying. Don't get distracted. I'll be yapping about this, but don't get distracted. These Lilith was the first ever NIKKE, but the first ever Grimm's model. So the Grimm's fairy tale models that comprise the Goddess Squad. They kind of went haywire because they didn't balance the power correctly with the first model. And the current theory is that they were one of the first cases of corruption and ended up turning into Queen 001. How did that happen? We don't know. There hasn't really been confirmation about that aside from her fixation towards Lilith. Because the queen somehow knew of Lilith without ever actually meeting her. It could have been through the scout raptures, we're not sure. Make it sound interesting, it's your fault. Hey, I'm not making it sound interesting, I'm just reiterating what I know of the lore. It's NIKKE that's making it interesting. It's not my fault, I'm just a messenger. You can make cool YouTube videos explaining the lore. I could do lore deep dives, yes. At that point, I would actually bring up like wiki pages and stuff and go over it properly. That's just a lot of work, isn't it? There are people in the community who are making literal timelines based on the events and what happened, and a bunch of footnotes and cliff notes for the lore. There is a section of the community that is already doing that. And they do a lot of research and a lot of theories. That's not what we're supposed to be doing right now, though. Let's focus back on the event, and you focus back on studying. The way you also explain it helps. You explain it like you really enjoy this because you do, and that helps. I enjoy the lore. It's very interesting to pick at, to try to figure out what's happening without all the information. And I enjoy like telling it to other people as well. It's just a really well-written story, and they fill in the holes as they go as well. Like little plot holes that they used to have back in the early parts of the story, they fill those in way later with side events. Like a teacher that's really passionate. Right. Psychophysiology be lurking. Like it's just studying. Don't get distracted with my NIKKE rambling. Okay, back to the event. We got sidetracked. Snow Crane hands Oliver the letter. A letter? Oliver slowly lifts the arm with the ivy still in it and carefully takes the letter. He opens it and reads in silence. Not long after, he folds the letter with care and puts it on the blanket. I see. So, they won't be coming, after all. Yes. And you still can't tell us why. That's right. I see. What a pity. Now then, I'll proceed with closing out the agreement. Oliver, as agreed, I have one final question. In your opinion, do you feel the Ark has become a better place than it was before? A better place? Yes, I think it has. There was a time when I thought the Ark was flawed, an unjust place. But as I grew older and fell ill, I suppose I started to see things differently. I lost my entire family to the raptures on the surface, but I was able to build a new one and keep going. The reason I've been able to live such a long life is because of the people in the Ark, the Foundation included. Even now as I lie here sick, it's no different. Thanks to the help of so many and the devotion of my children, I was able to see you, Miss Snowcrane, and bring this agreement to a close. Though, in a place where so many good people live, I believe it has become a better world than it once was. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I know that couldn't have been easy, so I really appreciate you taking the time to tell me. No, it's just something I had to do. I'm just glad I can see the agreement through, before things got worse. Now, I think I can go, without any regrets. Thank you for all your hard work, Oliver. Miss Snowcrane, could I ask for one last favor? Why, of course. If by any chance you meet them, please tell me. I'm grateful to them for letting me live as a human. Could you deliver that message for me? Yes, I'll be sure to pass it along. Okay, so the founder isn't dead, they're just MIA? For a beautiful ending A. So where to next? Let's see, our next stop is... Snowcrane opens her notebook. Suddenly my stomach growls loudly. What was that sound? Was that you, friend? Hey, don't look so surprised. It's kind of embarrassing. Oh dear, I didn't even notice. It's already past lunchtime. If I let a growing boy go hungry like this, I really am the worst. A growing boy? But I'm not a kid anymore. This simply won't do. Let's go have lunch right now. Hey, no need to rush, just take it easy. We can grab something quick on the way. Snacking instead of a real meal? That's not good for you, friend. You need to eat proper meals to stay healthy. There's that chat. Snowcrane grabs my hand and pulls me along. Come on, let's go get something to eat together right now. Fine, let's go. Great, off we go. Huh? Why are you just standing there? Huh? I thought you'd already have somewhere in mind. I don't. Oh, I see. Right, you might not know the tasty spots around here. Just hang on a sec, okay? I'll ask a few people what the most popular places are. I saw on TV that if you ask about 10 people and check their answers, you can usually find a really nice spot. I grab Snowcrane just as she's about to dart forward. No, it's fine, I'll take you somewhere. Everybody, it's time for Cosmo Taste. Welcome to Cosmo Burger. Please place your order at the kiosk. Kiosk? Oh wow, friend. Seems the staff are calling themselves kiosks these days. How curious. Huh? That man said we should place our order at the kiosk. Usually, we'd say you place your order with the staff, but I guess they call themselves kiosks here. No, that's not it. Kelly Snow Crane up to the kiosk. This is a kiosk. It's the machine you use to place orders on your own. Oh, so you order with this. How do you pay then? You pay at the same time you order. Oh my goodness, you can do that? Fascinating. I think I understand. It's kind of like a vending machine, huh? Yeah, you could say that. Now that I think of it, you can place an order without speaking to anyone at all. That must make it much easier for introverts. You don't have to call us out like that. How lovely. Oh, this is so good. Snow Crane turns toward the young man enjoying his meal. That's the new burger, right? Yeah, want a bite? Everyone's really enjoying their food. A hamburger, hmm? It's my first time seeing one, but it looks quite tasty. What? You've never had a hamburger? No, I haven't. Back when I was underground, our meals were pretty limited. Not that the food they gave us was all bad, mind you. We just didn't really get things like this. Were you locked up or something? No, nothing like that. I suppose you could say I was there partly out of duty and partly because I chose to be. I happen to know quite a few agreements that are best left unspoken. Yeah, I remember you said your job was to oversee agreements. I guess that means you handle other contracts too, not just the ones related to what we're doing now. Correct. There are other contracts as, excuse me, are you going to order? If not, can I go first? Oh, I'm sorry, we've been chatting without even ordering. Please, go ahead. Snow Crane and I step aside. I suppose this isn't a great place to talk. How about I tell you the rest later? Alright. Why don't we try that new burger? Those two over there seem to be really enjoying it. So I'm sure it must taste good. Sounds good to me. Since we're eating in, should I go get us a table? Actually, let's get it to go. Ready to go? Yeah. Let's see, we're about halfway. Boop. Holding 2 combo meals, we step out into downtown. Why don't we eat here? I sit on a bench off to one side of a busy area. Here? Yeah, do you not like it? No, it's perfectly fine. I just didn't know this is how people ate out now. It's always fun to experience new things. Snow Crane sits beside me. I'm sure I'll enjoy eating out here. I take out 2 hamburgers from the bag and hand one to Snow Crane. By the sigh. It just feels bad that you ended up paying because I didn't know how to. I should have watched more about this on TV. Well, now you know how to do it, you can pay next time. That's true, huh? Then that's just what I'll do. Next time, I'm going to treat you to something healthy and delicious. I'm looking forward to it. Now let's dig in. Snow Crane takes a bite of the hamburger. Chomp. Her eyes widen as she looks at me. This is delightful. Glad you like it. But this is what young people like to eat these days. I'm having so much fun. I'll get started on mine as well. Gotta see what all the fuss is about. Enjoy! Chomp. As she eats, Snow Crane quietly watches the people passing by. A family, smiling as they cross the street hand in hand. An elderly man resting by the roadside. Merchants squabbling with one another. She watches as everyone around goes about living their lives in peace. You really like this, don't you? You seem to enjoy people watching. Yes, being able to eat while watching all these people makes me happy. Wait a moment. Are we eating outside because you know I enjoy people watching? That and the weather's nice as well. My goodness. How very thoughtful of you. You're so kind and caring, friend. Such a good boy. The crane lifts her clean hand and pats my shoulder. How did you know, though? What gave it away? At the department store and the hospital, pretty much everywhere we've been, you always seem to be noticing others. Like when you found me sleeping in the park and helped me. Or when you helped that girl who lost her teddy bear. I figured the reason you're able to notice people is because you enjoy watching them. Yeah, that's right. The arc has changed in so many ways, and yet some things haven't changed at all. I find all those differences so endlessly fascinating that I can't help but look around everywhere and watch. All this time you were underground, as you put it, and you never came above ground. I did on occasion, but mostly for work. I've never really walked around the city like this, just for myself. Even before coming to the Ark, I was in a lab training for what was to become my line of work. But when it comes to what you might call normal life, this might actually be my first time experiencing it. Your first time? You don't have any memories from before you became a NIKKE? No. I was created to carry out the special duty of handling contracts and agreements. I would watch Tetra TV and read the letters sent each year by the people who had contracts with the Foundation. Within those letters, there was a world I had never experienced. A living, breathing Ark. That might be why I had more of a personal attachment to this contract than most of the others. I see. Doesn't it make you feel a little sad? What do you mean? That a contract you care about is ending. Yeah, of course. I'm sad knowing I won't be able to receive their letters anymore. But they held up their end of the contract through to the very end. That's enough for me to be happy. Being able to inform someone that they fulfilled their contract isn't something that happens often. It's not? There was something Sarah mentioned earlier. It was about people in the Foundation, and how a lot were dissatisfied with the support they received, so they tried to take the Foundation's money, and then I had to discipline them. Do you remember that? Yeah. At the beginning, there were over 100 children in the Foundation. Now, only 3 of them remained who are faithful to their agreements. 3? That means no one else made it to the end of their contracts. They either passed away due to illness or unrelated accidents, or were disciplined by me. What do you mean by disciplined? Exactly what it sounds like. I reprimand those who fail to uphold their contracts. At first, I try to reason with them. If that doesn't work, I give them a warning. And if that fails, I resort to force. In this line of work, that sort of thing happens more than you'd think. Very few people see an agreement through to its end. That being said, with this contract, there are 3 whole people who either made it to the end or who still can. That's why I'm happy. I get to meet with those who showed me the Ark long ago. And then look them in the eye, tell them they've done well, and bring this all to a beautiful close. I see. I'd like to thank you, friend, for helping me bring something so meaningful to a proper end, and for guiding me around this unfamiliar world I find myself in. You're really a good person. No, I'm really only helping you because I want to ask you something. What's wrong? Where did you say the last letter needed to go? Let's see, Leo should be here. Snowcrane opens her notebook and shows me an address. That's not far from here. Oh, wonderful. Let's go talk to him and bring this contract to its proper end. Alright. Before we go, let's finish eating. Make sure to chew properly. Once we finish, we'll go find the last friend on my list and give his story a beautiful ending. However, things often conclude in ways we never expect, for reasons we never see coming. That's ominous. The final letter. Is he already dead? Or are we too late? You said it was the 5th shelf, right? Yes. Then this should be it. Indeed, I believe this is correct. We lift our heads and look at the photo of an elderly man smiling brightly. Leo. Beside it, there is an urn labeled Leo. Yeah, Leo's already passed away. You hate your brain? What happened? Are you alright, Seb? Did the studying not study? What happened? An hour earlier. Hello? Does your name happen to be Leo? No, Leo's my father. Who are you? Oh, I see. Goodness me, what a wonderful son he has. You got another lore question? Okay, shoot, what is it? We need to fulfill the curiosity before we can continue studying. What is the lore question? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Snowcrane. I came to inform your father of the end of his contract with the Foundation. Are you Miss Snowcrane? You know who I am? Yes, my father had been waiting for you for a very long time. I see. Then I should go see him right away. Could you tell me where he is? My father passed away last week. But we were in touch only a month ago. How could that happen? He'd gone quite some time without Evergreen, and his condition suddenly took a turn for the worse due to his advanced age. I see. I wish you would have come a bit sooner. My father never stopped waiting for the day you'd come. All he ever talked about was when he'd finally get word from his sponsor. Oh. I'm sorry, I was too late. Snowcrane grips the bag with the letter tightly. Remember the event where the commander pretended to be a student? How did he did it if it was only NIKKE skill, if NIKKEs are only women? Also, why are NIKKEs only women? So the thing with pretending to be a student in a NIKKE skill, he gets special permission in a way because he's like the commando unit commander. People kind of just don't look at it in a weird way. It's like, yeah, he's just doing his job. If something doesn't make sense and the commander is involved, people don't question it. Now, him posing as a student probably looked like he was on a mission of some sorts to other people. For the people outside attending the event, probably just looks like he was volunteering or something. Because to the public, at least, the MMR vocational skill they know it's like a NIKKE school, but they don't know what's happening in the school. And like that it's a fight for the fittest type of situation. So he probably just blended in under the guise of being the commander. In terms of why NIKKEs are only women, that's mentioned briefly near the start of the story, but it's never fully explained. Teacher, why does my classmate have a beard? Why does that student look a bit different from us? Basically, the nymph, the thing that they insert into the brain to convert someone into a NIKKE, it only works with female brains for some reason. They have attempted to make male NIKKEs in the past and it went horribly, apparently. There was also a bunch of experiments like the one Ether was in part of in the MMR Underground. Because we're number 7, which implies there are other experiments besides us that they tried to either put Vapis into or other things. There's a theory that Chatterbox, so one of the semi-heretics that show up a lot in the start of the story, is one of those experiments that escaped. And he is kind of like the male equivalent of a NIKKE, just he was physically amalgamated. He doesn't look anything like a human, he is completely mechanical and is closer to a rapture, but origin-wise he is from the Ark. So it is assumed he was one of the experiments to make a male NIKKE that went wrong. But there is something with like how the brain is structured with the nymph compatibility that doesn't work with men for some reason. I kind of wish they went into that more in one of the side stories, but that's all we have currently if I'm remembering everything correctly. It might have been mentioned in one of the events I haven't done yet. I need to go back and do the events that were run before I joined the game. But I think that's as far as people know. It's a very early game topic. They don't mention it often later on, like mid-game or late game. Current to late game, I guess. Does that satisfy your curiosity? Yeah, that's mainly the reason why all of the women become NIKKEs, meanwhile most of the men become commanders because of that. Maybe something related to X and Y chromosome, maybe. They don't outright mention it, but maybe. I kind of want them to have something related to the MMR, like Bacillus faction, and actually go into how NIKKEs work at a blueprint level, but we would probably need to have more information on Deep to do that, because I mentioned this before, but NIKKE technology was created by VTC and Deep, which is the cult, as we call it. So humanity doesn't really know much about it. The MMR research facility underground, they're the ones who have connections to Deep and BTC. So if anyone knows it, it's probably them. And we might get more information about that with Neon, honestly, because she has to go back and talk to Jian and Nether about all that. We might get more information later on. You get ahead, Patty. Now go back to studying. Snowturn grips the bag with the letter tightly. Thank you for letting me know. I'm sorry for your loss. We should get going now. No, Crane, wait. Yes? If it's not too much trouble, could you tell us where his grave is? I'm getting watered. I have cake. What type of cake you got? Let me guess, it's a sweet type. It's a type that would give me a sugar crash. Cream cake. I've had cream cakes that weren't too sugary before. I get the feeling it is sugary though. The white one you had while over here. Okay, that one was fine though. I didn't eat much of it, is the thing, but I feel like if I had a whole slice of that, I would definitely crash. But that one's good. So this is how we finally meet. Snow Cream places a white flower in front of the urn. Thank you for asking about his son, about this. When he told me what happened, my mind went completely blank. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, but I can never get used to it. That's understandable. You just found out you lost someone you'd been in touch with for a long time. That's right. He and I had corresponded for a very long time. Every year, on the same day. He made sure his letters arrived in the morning. He never missed a single one, not even this year. He was faithful and dedicated. That's just the kind of person he was. Dima, this is not a degenerate event. Like, yes, Snow Crane is mommy material, but this event's more lore and depression than anything. I will make it one. Dima, no, don't loot her. No, cease. Both hands above the desk. I'm looking at you. Loot the mommy. Now! Now! You have one hand over it? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Don't loot her. Not right now, she's going through something. And yet, ultimately, he passed on before we can finish things up. I should have come sooner. Then Leo might have received the letter he had been waiting for all this time. Now I'll never be able to deliver it. You're not leaving the letter? I have to take it back. The recipient is no longer in a state to receive it. Why don't you read it to him? Pardon? Let's read it here. Isn't that how the contract's supposed to end? That's true, but he may no longer be here. But that doesn't change the fact that he was faithful to his agreement this whole time. So read it for him and let him finish out his contract. But he won't be able to hear it. Still, at least we won't be leaving the agreement unfinished, right? Leaving the agreement unfinished. You need to come quicker. Damn it, don't recontextualize that. Bonk. Corny bonk. Snow Crane looks at the photo of Leo smiling brightly. You're right. It's important to have closure. Thank you for the advice, friend. You've got this. Snow Crane steadies her breathing and looks at the letter that was meant to be delivered to Leo. Leo, though we are conducting this meeting in a way I had not anticipated, you have faithfully performed your contractual obligations for the duration of the agreement. Therefore, as witness to this contract, I, Snow Crane, hereby officially declare that you, Leo, have fulfilled your contract with the Foundation to the fullest extent. I will now read this letter out loud on the signatory's behalf, and bring this contract to its close. Snow Crane gingerly unfolds the letter. To my beloved child Leo. After writing you once when you first joined the Foundation, and again when you came of age and left the care facility, I'm now writing you a third time. Have you been well? If you're reading this letter, it must mean you have kept your promise to the Foundation for all these years. I applaud such a remarkable display of devotion. Despite the severe hardships you've endured from losing your family and being cast into an unfamiliar environment, you've managed to live honestly without losing your light. That takes great courage and resolve, and I commend you for it. While I am sorry that I cannot tell you all this in person, it also means that, like all of you, I too am keeping the promise I've made with someone. Please understand that I hope you'll forgive me. I wish I could see you for myself, how all your faces have changed as you've grown up. I bet you've become a fine adult. In fact, I'm sure you have. Though the contract will end, and the Foundation will no longer walk through life beside you, I truly believe you'll have already found new, dear family members. So Leo, I do not know how much of life still lies before you, but you've proved your devotion in your life up until now, and for that, I hope that your life will continue to shine until the very end. Even from afar, I'll always be cheering for you. Your eternal supporter in life. Snow Crane folds the letter and places it in front of the smiling photo of Leo. With this, I can report that all the Foundation's contracts have come to an end. Leo, thank you for all the letters you've sent over the years. Through them, I was able to see the Ark even from deep underground. Tears begin to fall from Snow Crane's eyes. Wish I could have met you and told you this in person. Thank you so much for your dedication. Snow Crane bows her head toward the resting Leo. Standing beside her, I bow my head as well, silently honoring the man who faithfully carried out his contract. I don't need more depression today, god damn it. God dang it. Would you like to rest on that bench for a bit? Sure. Snow Crane and I sit next to each other on a nearby bench. Now that it's late, there's no one else in the park except for us two. Thank you for today, friend. It's because of you that I was able to get closure with Leo. It was all you. You did great today. Oh, come now. I couldn't have done any of this without you guiding me along. Thank you for staying with me for so long. Snow Crane lowers her head in gratitude. It was an unforgettable experience. I'm glad it was meaningful for you as well. Now then, since we've finished everything, it's time for me to grant your request, just as promised. Right. Go ahead and ask for anything. I'll do whatever I can for you. There was a few questions I wanted to ask you. Will you answer them honestly? You want me to answer some questions? That's really all you want? Yeah, these questions are really important to me. I wonder what could be so important. Please. Well, judging by your demeanor, they don't seem to be just any questions. Very well, I'll answer whatever you ask me. Thanks. However, if it's something I'm contractually obligated to keep secret, I won't be able to answer. I hope you understand. Of course. If that's the case, just tell me it's confidential, and we'll leave it at that. Very well. And if it's not confidential, I promise I'll answer honestly. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Before we start, could you lower your head for a moment? My head? Yes, just for a little while. Okay. I lower my head awkwardly. The crane raises their hand. There now. And starts to pat my head. Goodness, why are you so tense? It's okay. I'm not tense. There's no need to be so nervous or afraid. I answer any questions you have. And if you ask about some grave secret of which I can't speak, I'll never threaten you or resent you for it. I swear. Maybe I really have been tense without realizing it. As I feel the warmth of her hand, the tension in my body begins to ease. There we go, much better. Now let's take a deep breath, okay? Good. Relax and try to gather your thoughts. Otherwise, you might end up forgetting to ask all that you really want to know. You can take whatever time you need, and ask all the questions you want. I want you to feel comfortable asking anything. As the tension fades, my mind starts to settle. Thank you. I'm feeling a lot better. Really? I'm glad. The crane lowers her hand. Patchy. Now then, let's begin our fun little question and answer time. I'm not nervous anymore. You don't have to do all that. No, this isn't to relieve your nerves. It's to set the mood. Now, what's your first question? There's 5 images of her on roll 34. Already? Her event's been out for what, 2 weeks? Damn. Honestly, I'm not surprised. She does look like someone who would be wife material for a lot of people, especially with her personality. Heck, she's girlfriend material for me. I need to know more about her before she becomes wife, though. First was on the 9th. When did the event... The event released on Wednesday 2 weeks ago. That was a day. They did that in a day. Excuse me. Jesus. Artists are quick. You're surprised it's only 5? Oh, that number is gonna rise. That number's definitely gonna rise. Oh no. My graphics are doing a funny. No, don't do this during stream. Laptop? Bad. Don't do this during stream. We don't need offset pixels. Don't underestimate the gooners. Truly. Never underestimate them. The thing with Snow Crane, she's a very nice character. I'm trying to not look at her booba or her hips. Like, personality-wise, she is nice. Very wife material. I think it's the fact that her event is being overshadowed by everything else that's happening and the anniversary that's coming up. Not a lot of people are really paying attention to her. If they were, there'd be a lot more gooners. The world progresses thanks to the goon. When you think about it, it really does. Smash next question. No, she's a definite smash. Like, even before knowing her personality, white hair, purple eyes, the whole aesthetic. Her personality makes it even better. When you first met in the park, you said you were surprised I'd grown up into a lovely young man. I did say that, yes. Does that mean you know about my past? I see how that could that would be an important question to you. Yeah. You know, I know nothing about my past, so when I heard you say that, I thought I'd finally met someone who knows something. Goodness, I apologize. You've been waiting all day to ask that, haven't you? Well, you're right. I do know something about your past, friend. Though, to be exact, I only know your name. How? That was part of the information... It was a part of the information I received related to a contract. There was a record relating to your birth. What's it about how I was created as part of a special project? Do you remember that? No, I barely have any memories left of back then. The music became ominous. The creator of the microscope made it to see his goon. I don't know about that one. But you can definitely use it to look at that. Your bigger smash, though? I don't know about that. I'm looking at her right now. Now she's definitely more of a smash. Like, look at those hips. God damn. I'm looking respectfully. It's true, actually? No shot? The creator of the microscope's a gooner? More of a smash? I don't know about that. There was just one short memory that popped into my head a while back. I see. You're correct. You're a child born as part of a project. It's called Project AD, right? Yes. How did you know that? In that case, can you tell me about Project AD? You want to know about Project AD? You don't have to tell me everything. I'd be happy even with just a hint of what kind of experiment it was, or what they were trying to research. It's the only way I can know what I was born for, and what I even am. Friend, are you not able to answer? Just a moment. I'm going to review the terms of my contract to see if I'm allowed to answer this question. Nokrin closes her eyes. Not long after, she opens them again. Is your brain linked to like a neural network database of contracts? Damn. Where did you get this info? You're trying to look it up? I can't tell if Seb's trying to pull our leg or not. Not finding anything about it. I feel like the microscope was not made for that, but someone definitely tried. It wasn't the creator? No, someone definitely tried looking at their own goon. It is completely confidential. In other words, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't share anything with you. Divulging such details about the project would be a clear violation of my contract. Only a select few within the Ark even know the project, meaning it's as confidential as can be. I see. Instead, while it may not fully answer your question, I can at least explain why the project was created. We're getting more about ourselves. Would that be alright? I'll take any information I can get. Please, tell me. Very well. This is a story about a very old contract. A world built by good people. But he mastered enough to see sperm Anton van Leeuwenhoek. So he gooned and said, Immersive from Chainsaw Man is supposedly based off of a porn star. Are they? I'm learning things I didn't need to know. The more you know, the more you regret being on this earth. A long, long time ago, when the Raptures had only just begun to invade the surface, there were two forces: the United Forces of Humanity, a government military that fought the Raptures, and a group known as BTC, a religious order that possessed advanced scientific technology. Those two forces joined hands to fight the Raptures. But around the time they finally accepted defeat and decided to retreat to the Ark, the United Forces of Humanity made a major decision. In order to secure the technology they lacked so that they could better govern the Ark, they chose to merge with BTC and take on a new name, the Central Government. So that's when they started calling it that. That's right. Many people believe the merger was the end result of a power struggle between the two. But I think they simply decided that neither side could defeat the Raptures on their own. When that agreement was reached, the two sides each presented their conditions for the merger. What were the conditions? BTC wanted to continue the research they had conducted on the surface, so they entered into an agreement with Macillus Industry, forming the Independent Research Institute known as MMR. Meanwhile, the United Forces of Humanity wanted to develop technology that would help humankind, so they requested that BTC share its miraculous scientific advances. Technology that would help humankind. Yes. There were many more conditions besides those, but those were the two biggest ones I'm able to mention at the moment. Also, when representatives from each party gathered, the following statement was added to the agreement. This agreement has been made under the supervision of Veiled Order, a squad that exists to serve as witnesses to contracts. Is that what you're part of? Should either of the two parties violate any of the aforementioned terms, they may be suppressed by force. Wait, were you there when this agreement was made? Yes. I was there both to witness the agreement and to observe that the contract is upheld. That was one of the many reasons I remained underground until now. I see. In regards to one of those technologies that would help humankind, you may have heard me refer to someone as you-know-who earlier. They offered themselves up as a test subject, in exchange for getting MMR to begin a particular research project. Project AD, the very same one you're interested in. Who is this person? Someone who dreamed of making the world a better place. They wanted the Ark to serve as a starting point for that, so they embarked on many different endeavors. Project AD was one of those. Also, I just thought of one more thing connected to Project AD. You've heard it mentioned many times today. I have? Yes, the miracle drug that extends the human lifespan. Evergreen. This person was able to get it mass-produced as a direct result of their involvement in this project. So, Evergreen is related to Project AD. They were a really great person. Not only did they kickstart Project AD, but even the contract that you helped me wrap up today was one of the many good things that they did for the Ark. By which you mean they established the foundation you've been talking about? Yes. In order to care for children who had lost their parents before entering the Ark, this person used their own wealth and built this foundation. However, they wanted to prevent the children from taking things for granted and becoming wasteful, and they were concerned the money could fall in the wrong hands, which would prevent the children from getting the support they needed. To this end, the Foundation made a contract with me, and had the children send me letters every year recording the changes in the Ark. enabling you to step in if you saw that funds were being misused. Precisely. This person you're talking about sounds like a really good person. They were. They devoted everything they had to making the world better, to making it good. Others may think differently, but that's what I believe. So, to describe Project AD, I would say it was one of several foundations? I would say it was one of several foundation stones this person laid to build a good world. I hope you can think of it in the same way for now. Are the foundations of a good world, huh? Someday, I'm sure you'll learn the whole truth about this project. Right. Someday. Yes. I'm sure of it. Can I ask you one last thing? You can ask me more than one last thing. Can you tell me who this person is that we've been talking about? Of course I can. But in terms of your job, they are the boss, high up on the ladder. To put in terms of the arc in which we live, they are the Commander-in-Chief. The big head. I've been immersed in the story. What's been happening in chat? A lot's been happening. You're studying ADHD and you're feeling more identified the more you read. It's been confirmed by Fujimoto, but she looks oddly similar to a Russian porn star. The fact that talking here just proves it more. One thing the porn star did, she wears an outfit that's almost 1-to-1. Remember, they were canceling the creator of Chainsaw Man on Twitter because of that. He's a gooner and they were surprised. It's because the video was kind of hardcore. Hardcore in what way? You know how you found the bottom bingo? You found the top one. Can you confirm which of these you fit? Is that what you sent me? Let's see here. What's in here? Learn others, so we'll throw down for friends. Good kids, good cooks, swears and casual conversation. Why is swears and casual conversation the top thing? Smokes, drinks, incredible caring, isn't afraid to admit sensitivity, loves to perform, wants to carry their partners, like physically. Good flirt, free space, prefers to be direct. Lamau. Offering a powerful energy. The one box of a bunch of text. As being respectful is more important than being in control. Secretly likes bratty bottoms. Can handle conflict, wants to protect everyone. Bear hugs, can make phone calls, big teas, loves giving aftercare, likes making people feel good. Okay, let's see here. How many rows do you got? Yeah. One. We got a row here, I think. I got one row here. Got another row here. Can't do that. Got a third row here. Okay. Here's the issue with bingo in my brain. Unless I'm marking it with some type of MS Paint, my brain forgets which rows I've already Let me do this in a more systematic way. Top to bottom. The thing with good with kids, I don't know that. Would you say you are? I don't know about that one. How are you with kids? Are you excited for NIKKE's second game called Adidas? Hello, Electric Seagull. That is currently sidetracking me to look at a top bingo board. And I'm being watered. I'm excited for NIKKE too, if that's what you're questioning. For anyone curious, that is a joke. Working customer service, aren't half of those just overgrown kids? Oh, okay, yeah. There. Would you call yourself a good cook? You've taken cooking classes before, is what you've said, so I'd imagine you're like a decent cook at least. Would you consider yourself good? NIKKE too, now it's personal. Because if those two are true, I think you're willing to learn things better. So yeah, the top row would be yes. You used to be. Okay, we'll count that. Top row is yes. Second row is discounted because of smokes drinks. You cannot do the drinking, and you do not smoke. Third row. Do you have the top urge to carry a partner? Is the question there. Because you do LOL and Lamau, so technically that one counts. Time to NIKKE my gossip victory and win a NIKKE ton of NIKKE dollar. Why? You ever urged a leg lock? I don't think leg lock counts as carrying, so we're not gonna count that one. Fourth row. Yes. Fourth row is a yes. We got 2 so far. Third row. I'd say yes. Yeah, third row is a yes. Then columns. I wouldn't say loves to perform is something I would use to describe you. Second column would be yes. Fourth column. That's a maybe. Kind of halfway. Fifth column. If we're counting the cooks. Technically. Then the diagonals. Bro, you got like 9 bingos here. Is that what you wanted to hear? Sleepiness makes you even more dumb. You're wonderful, Seb. The EP does things. Okay, you've sidetracked me, Dima. Congratulations, are you proud of yourself? We're gonna continue the story now. The Commander-in-Chief. Yes. So the Commander-in-Chief really does exist. Honestly, I thought it might actually just be a title with no person behind it. It's quite natural that you would think that way. They are currently unable to meet with anyone. So that's why those letters said they couldn't come. Yes. That's also why they wrote so many letters in advance. And why I was the one to deliver them. I presume any other details about them are confidential? Correct. For the time being, what I can tell you is, at this very moment, while you and I are speaking, the Commander-in-Chief is continuing to sacrifice for the Ark. They're sacrificing for the Ark, huh? That's everything I'm able to tell you. Was that helpful at all? Yeah, it helped a lot. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? Not now. I think I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. They weren't easy questions, so I appreciate you answering them as best as you could. Well then. Do you mind if I ask you one thing as well, friend? You have a question for me? Yes, there's something I'm curious about as well. I'd like you to answer it honestly. What is it? In your opinion, do you think the Ark is becoming a better place? That wasn't what I was expecting you to ask. Really? After spending the whole day walking around the Ark, and hearing Sarah and Oliver's answers, with all their stories of the past, I found myself wanting to know what you think. Oh, we get to choose. Not quite there yet, but I do think it's becoming a better place, or honestly, I don't think it's moving in the right direction. What do I think? It's definitely becoming a better place compared to back when it was first formed during the Surface Reclamation War, but is it going in the right direction? Chat, who's ready to get oiled up? Seb, your instant answer is, I don't know if that's concerning or not. What do you mean, good? I like how the game's giving me a moral question. Meanwhile, the chat's like, let's get oiled up. The hell? Is it moving in the right direction? It's the government taking it in the right direction. Why, Degen? Well, I think it's becoming a better place. Yes, but no. With the amount of shit we've seen across the events. Yes, but no. It's not quite there yet, but I do think it's becoming a better place. Very slowly. There's been progress, very slowly. Why do you think that? The Ark certainly still has many problems, but I agree with what Oliver said. I've received help from many good people around me. And there are people striving to make the world better, like the Commander-in-Chief. I see. So while the Ark may not be the best place as of now, I think as long as people keep trying, it'll get there eventually. I see. I appreciate your answer. What about you? Me? Well, before I came to the Ark, I saw many people on the surface who lost their families due to war. Or friends. Most people were sad. But today I got to see the Ark not through letters or television, but with my own two eyes, and I got to see a lot of different people. People still suffer and grieve because of illness, accidents, and the loss of life, but there was also a child who cried over a lost teddy bear, then smiled again when it was found. And families who gathered together to shop and eat together. And everyone was just living their lives. I think the fact that people can live ordinary lives... I butchered that sentence. I think the fact that people can now live ordinary lives as an indication that the world has already been moving in the right direction. And the reason people were able to reclaim a semblance of normalcy, or normality. There is always a little bit of hope even when everything is lost. Cute message? That's true. If you have the will to keep moving forward and to keep trying, there is always hope. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is, and it's weird saying this while having a degen face, thanks Dima. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is, it can always get better if there is a way to keep moving forward. Snow Crane looks at me. It's thanks to the sacrifices of good NIKKEs and good people like you, friend. So I think everything will be alright. No matter what kind of place the Ark may be now. Good people will continue striving to create and maintain a good world. And the world will keep moving in a better direction. I also believe you will stand at the center of it all. Because you're a really good person. I'm really not. You can see now that I only helped you because there were things I wanted to ask. Oh, is that what was bothering you earlier? There. Snow Crane pats my back. Tell me, when you first took me to the train station, or when you comforted the child who lost her teddy bear, was it all because you wanted to ask about your past? Well, also, just as a good person can have their own motives. Having your own desires and hopes doesn't make you a bad person. What matters is what you choose to do with those feelings, how you act. I told you before, nothing in this world is only natural. In the end, it all comes down to the choices we make. But I think you're a good person, friend. And I'm certain that the future you're working to create will become the good world that I dream of. Talk about pressure. I didn't mean to make you feel stressed. Not every choice I make will necessarily be the sake for a better world. I'm only trying to protect what matters to me. Then how about this? I'll watch over you. Are you proposing we enter into a contract? No. We don't need to enter into any contracts or make any promises. I just want to observe. See the world you create. That'll give me my answer, I think. About the direction the world you build will take. And whether it will be the good world I dream of. Does that mean you won't be staying underground anymore? You won't be able to observe from down there. Suppose that's true. Alright then. Watch over me. Only after you've experienced the Ark for yourself, not through letters or a TV screen. Once you've done that, let's talk again. We can discuss whether the world is becoming a better place. Are you worried that I've been underground for too long? See, you really are a good person, friend. You've grown up to be such a nice boy. Snow Crane strokes my cheek. I think I'm starting to get used to being treated like a child. Alright, it's settled. I won't stay underground anymore. I'll live here in the Ark and watch you with my own eyes. Snow Crane smiles brightly. Let's talk again someday, alright? That's the main event. Hard mode scene. I'm very curious. Because the head chief commander has only been mentioned once or twice by title, and nothing else. Being a good person is really subjective. It really is. The whole label of being a good or bad person is up to the perspective of other people and the expectations of other people of what is deemed good by society and by morals. Because you can be a good person to one individual, but you can be a horrible person to another based on how they view you as a person and your choices and actions. Especially with how someone grew up or where they grew up. Moral choices and views can differ a lot depending. Exactly, especially if you're a commander. Exactly. In context of the game, like as a commander, we have to make choices that involve life or death and ruining people's lives, either for overall benefit or like because we were ordered to. Like there are people that we have been in contact with through the side missions. So for the people who joined into watching NIKKE through me, have not seen the side mission really, because I've already done most of them. You get side missions when you progress through the main story, and you get contacted through random individuals who are seeking our help because we are a commander who's going up in the ranks and getting recognition, especially as someone who is willing to help others. There are people we have failed to help through those side missions, at least in the way that they wanted us to. And there are people who don't like us, they resent us, and think that we're a bad person because of the things we have done in order to benefit other people. Because everything has side effects, and that snowballs into potentially ruining other people's lives by accident. To those people, we are a bad person, but to the people we're trying to help, we are a good person. That really depends. Dear benefactor, it's been some time since I last wrote to you. After fulfilling the final contract, I now write to deliver my closing report. In order to inform the Foundation's children that their contracts were ending, I came up to the Ark in person for the first time in a very long while. Since the day I reprimanded VTC, to be precise. Wait, hold up. You're the one who reprimanded VTC. Is it the way I'm thinking of? Because during Neon's event, they mentioned how VTC was reprimanded because they were conducting research and developing things beyond what they were supposed to be allowed to do as a joint project with MMR. And all of, like, Deep's limbs were more or less paralyzed. Or are we talking about way back when with the actual VTC group? Because I don't know if she's referring to VTC and Deep separately or not. Deep was reprimanded, and all their researchers were forcibly disabled. VTC-wise, we don't really get to hear much about them in the recent chapters with the government. I don't know what happened with VTC. They're probably still existing in the background. I met Sarah, who now owns a cafe. I also met with Oliver, who's had a wonderful life with the fine family he's built. And though I regrettably could not meet him in person, I also found Leo, who lived a truly devoted life, and notified him of his contract's conclusion. All three faithfully fulfilled their contracts over a long span of time, and as adults, each succeeded in building a new family of their own. It is just as he wished. I also witnessed how much the Ark has changed. Though illness, misfortune, and death still cause people to suffer, things appear to be like in the times before the war, just as he dreamed. with people free to live normal lives once more, laughing and crying over beautifully trivial things. Some people view these changes and claim peace has made society complacent, and that we are heading in the wrong direction. They do not believe the world has become a better place. Others see the same world, and point out how people now help each other, indicating the world is becoming good. As he once said, the fact that opinions are split down the middle may itself be proof that the arc has undergone a meaningful change. Oh, and Oliver asked me to be sure to tell you something. He is grateful to have been allowed to live his life as a human being. He, Sarah, and Leo all miss you dearly. He wanted to be certain I conveyed that to you. Also, through all of these moments, I was together with the child you had hoped would be born out of VTC's efforts. I watched him comfort a child who had lost their teddy bear, and accompany someone who lost their way to the place they needed to go, help someone find closure who had been hesitant and wavering, and in general, offer his time and heart willingly for the sake of others. He has grown into such a kind person. And that is not all. He has also achieved what no one else ever has. He achieved the astounding feat of reclaiming a part of the surface. While he did say he feels a great deal of pressure, I believe he is growing into exactly the kind of person you once hoped for. Someone who will one day lead humanity toward a better world. And so, now that all contracts with the Foundation have come to an end, I wish to watch what choices he will make from here onward, and what direction the world will take because of those choices. For the very first time, I am choosing to do this not as part of a contract or a promise, but of my own will. Snow Crane lifts her gaze from the letter she has been reading and looks ahead. I hope you will watch together with me as he creates the future you long hoped for. Snow Crane bows her head deeply. With this, I conclude my report and formally bring the Foundation's contracts to a close. Thank you for everything. The room is filled with a red glow. Snow Crane turns around, putting the giant coffin behind her, and walks forward without looking back. I knew it. I was waiting until the end to say my theory. The head chief commander, I was thinking, like, is he in some type of life support type situation where he is in a coma or something? He looks like he's in a coffin in like the MMR Underground, but I don't think he's dead. I think he's on severe life support. Like his brain isn't suspended for one reason or another. Because that man be old. If he was dead, then he wouldn't be kept under there, I don't think, at least. If he's still benefiting the arc in his condition, as Snow Crane said, I feel like his brain is hooked up to a bunch of machinery and is being used in the MMR facility. So that is the event. We got a lot of lore from that. We got a lot of lore from about us, the commander. It'd be really funny if the head chief is our father. Like, he's our father in spirit because he's the one who created Project AD, the thing we were birthed from. So he's technically our father, but it'd be really funny if he is blood related our father. We don't recall anything from back then, but from what Snowcrane has said, we were a child back when the project was first created. So it is possible we are either his child or someone's child related to the project. There are some theories that jokingly call Ether our mother. I don't know how I'd feel if it turns out she's our mother, though. That is a good world. First side event. I approve. That was nice. I like Snowcrane. Also, hello, Cindy. Approved? Yes, it gets the approval stamp. Okay. We're probably gonna wrap it up here in terms of updates for what's gonna be happening later on. You going now, Coco? Yeah, we're all going now. In terms of updates for this week, because I don't remember if I mentioned at the start. I think I blanked out on mentioning that. Tomorrow is probably either going to be Persona or a different game that I have in the back. We'll see what happens then. Oh yeah, I've been yoinked. I've been yoinked. Then Thursday, need to reconfirm like in a day or two, but supposedly we're going to be continuing the Solong with Keima. Yes, Cindy. On Friday, I'm going to be yoinked by Dima. Then next week, Monday, we are currently trying to plan for the continuation of the D&D adventure. I don't think anyone's answered yet, unless they are purposely avoiding using the group chat again. Then next week, we're going to be doing more NIKKE because of the 3.5 anniversary coming out. A hint about that game, the one that's in the back. There's two games in the back that I have not started on stream yet, or even touched for that matter. They're both games where you control using your eyes. They both use Cindy, I'm trying to talk. I appreciate you, but I'm trying to talk. Let's go to this screen. They're both games where you use your eyeballs and eye tracking to control what's happening in the game. You don't actually have other controls outside of that. At least they're very limited. So there are prompts where you have to blink or like have your eyes closed or stare at a specific thing for a specific amount of time to progress the story. It's very different from other games, which is why I got them. They seem very interesting. And from what I've seen, the story of the games themselves are a bit depressing because it's us, of course. We're gonna be a bit depressing with everything we do. But apparently they're well written. I'm excited to get around to doing those eventually. Sounds fun? It does. I know one of them is more highly rated than the other one. I might go with the lower rated one first because it was the original that they worked on. Then the higher rated one is the one they made later on. I think like several years in between. So we get to see how the development team has taken the original and improved on it, I guess, mechanic-wise and like story writing-wise. So I might do that tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. I need to check the playtime, like estimated hours for finishing the game. We'll see. Okay. Oh, I have things I need to open. Do that real quick. then probably tonight I'll be working on the Discord server more, so I'm hoping to get it done Wednesday night, but latest probably by the end of this week the Discord server should be up if I'm not lazy as shit. That's my goal. I've done this before, I should know how to make a Discord server. Okay, we're wrapping up now. So hopefully everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Take care of yourselves. Appreciate everyone that stopped by, especially the lurkers. I'll be back tomorrow, towards my time, at the usual 8 PM PTD. Doing what? I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Bye bye. Bye bye. So until then, bye.